Hello? Anybody home?
Today, I want you to open your mind.
I've almost come to the conclusion that the story is so damning that the mass of people can't deal with it.
We are in process of developing a whole series of techniques to get people actually to love their servitude.
We face a hostile ideology, global in scope, atheistic in character, ruthless in purpose, and insidious in method.
For we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy that relies primarily on covert means for expanding its sphere of influence.
To change the minds and the attitudes and the beliefs of the people to bring about one world socialist totalitarian government.
The potential for the disastrous rise of misplaced power exists.
It has patterned itself after every dictator who has ever planted the ripping imprint of a boot on the pages of history since the beginning of time.
If you can get people to consent to the state of affairs in which they are living, then you have a much more easily controllable society than you would if you were relying wholly on clubs and firing squads and concentration camps.
Tools of conquest do not necessarily come with bombs and explosions and fallout. There are weapons that are simply thoughts. Prejudices.
As you connect the dots between different people, organizations, religions, history, suddenly the picture starts to form.
The kingdom of God is within man, not one man, nor a group of men.
Someone born in the United States is not more special than someone born in Mexico. They're just vehicles for the consciousness to experience.
They do not want your children to be educated. They do not want you to think too much.
It was learned that the aliens had been and were then manipulating masses of people through secret societies, witchcraft, magic, the occult, and religion.
They reach into our children. Music, television, books.
Prey on children's innocence.
How can I disprove lies that are stamped with an official seal?
So if you have the opportunity to stand next to one of these machines, it feels like an altar to an alien god.
Genetic power is the most awesome force the planet's ever seen, but you wield it like a kid that's found his dad's gun.
The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc is now in the possession of the Army.
Too many others know what's happening out there. And no government agency has jurisdiction over the truth.
Any state, any entity, any ideology that fails to recognize the worth, the dignity, the rights of man, that state is obsolete. A case to be filed under M for Mankind in the Twilight Zone.
About time some of you got acquainted with the real hard truth.
If you don't connect the dots, it's just a mass of what's all this about.
You are listening to the Secret Teachings Radio. I'm your host, Ryan Gable. tstradio.info is the website. rdgable@yahoo.com is the email. Social media links, my books, the full show archive, all of that is available on the website. I want to thank all of you who are subscribers to the Secret Teachings. If you've not done so yet, you can go to the website, get access to the full show archive with no advertisements. You'll also get access to the digital book archive, the document archive, and more. That's at tstradio.info. I also want to thank all of you who are new listeners to the show, who have come over from Ground Zero. We will, by the way, be doing that Super Bowl conspiracy show next week. So stay tuned for that. We will have the Super Bowl pregame show as well, and I think we have Clyde Lewis lined up to come on to the former show for the main Super Bowl show. Not sure how we're going to do it yet, but I wanted to start promoting that tonight on the Secret Teachings to remind you that although Ground Zero is going to be going off of the terrestrial radio, they have a larger digital presence, and we will be doing the Super Bowl show on there. The OG Super Bowl show. None of this Illuminati confirmed stuff. Tonight on the show, we welcome Perry and Brandon from Hidden in Plain Sight. We also welcome all of you in the chat room. I see a lot of banana sandwiches. I see a lot of cucumbers. I see a lot of people in the chat very excited that we have another kind of a roundtable conversation today. And I think Tim Curley already hit it out of the park, guys. He said, how can anyone leave David Wilcock alone? He's already isolated with no friends up there in that cabin.
Boy,
So
is
welcome to
he.
the show.
He doesn't even have a dog anymore, dude.
Yeah.
Man's best friend.
You know what? Someone actually said something in our comments the other day that I don't know why this had literally never occurred to me, but they brought up that there's a specific, like a phobia of wind. And I think
Is that a
that's,
thing?
yes, apparently.
What was it? It was like encarophobia or something.
An acrophobia.
It was like reading arachnophobia if you had dyslexia.
Yes, but it is a severe fear of wind. We were going over the Wikipedia page and kind of looking at the symptoms. It's like this. I think this is what David has. I guess I had just never even considered that having like wind would be something you could have a phobia.
What if he's got worms? I like the conspiracy theory that gay people are gay because they have worms. You read that?
No.
It's a very intricate conspiracy where they think people are gay because they got worms.
Worms?
Yeah, worms.
Wouldn't RFK turn them? Because he's got the.
That's
the
how
old,
high T he is, dude.
Yeah, all the testosterone.
He's too high T for the worms. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
I can't believe that's a real thing. It does look like arachnophobia with dyslexia.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably not a real
Arachnophobia.
thing.
Yeah, that could have been invented just for David.
Yeah. I've never heard anyone else have that.
No, well, how could you?
Fear of the wind.
Who's afraid of air? That's all it is.
Not, what's her name? Jordan Hudson? Jordan Lewis? Are you supposed to breathe with no air?
Oh.
I don't remember her name. She's on American Idol. She lost.
So if this is true, he clinically is insane.
I think so, because look at it. It causes anxiety. It causes panic attacks.
Well, he's not insane. Let's put it that way.
Yeah,
That's our baseline.
Yeah, whether or not it's a DSM-5 verified or whatever DSM they're on now.
We're kind of just monitoring to see when he's a danger to himself.
Yes,
at this point.
When we need to send in the chopper team to extract him.
I wonder if there's a definition for like an irrational fear of bees. Was it a bee that attacked him?
No,
hornet.
yellow jacket.
Yeah,
yellow
hornet,
jacket
right?
or something.
Let's see if there's a classification system for that. Irrational fear of hornets. Yeah, well, that's the thing too.
Of course.
Wow.
Look, I get that one.
Yeah,
Well,
I can
at
kind of
least-
get that the wind.
Yeah,
is,
at least that makes sense.
Is that Greek?
is that spexophobia?
That's how I'd say it. Spexophobia.
Why can't it just be
Agoraphobia.
hornet phobia? Why can't we do it in English?
Scientists love to do this fucking thing where I think they just don't want to call things what they are because it kind of demeans the importance of their work. So they got to come up with some fucking Latin word or something to make it sound like they're doing research.
You're gonna make me Google it. You
Yeah,
can't
instead of
give me
just calling it hornet fear.
Yeah,
or something.
hornet phobia. Let's keep it short and simple, sweetheart.
Yeah, I think osteoporosis means hollow bone, but osteoporosis sounds more official. It's like George Carlin said about those advertisements for jobs. You're not a janitor; you're a building maintenance professional. That sounds much better.
Yes.
That's what you put on your resume.
Yes, I think garbage men became sanitation technicians.
Yeah. Or you're
quite the upgrade.
An ancient alien star of over 100 episodes.
That is the ultimate trick, right? Is because the Chiron for David, the lower third, should just read fucking insane guy, but it sounds much better to have.
Remember when we used to get lower thirds?
Do you remember this, Ryan? David Wilcock, of course, is what we're talking about here. He used to do these broadcasts back before his wife had left him.
Yeah.
And she would run sort of the camera setup. In about every 10 minutes, it would have a thing pop up on the bottom of the screen, and it would say either
New York Times
bestseller or Star of Ancient Aliens. But she used to, it used to pop up 5 or 6 times an hour.
Yeah,
And
we used to count it.
Show.
Yes.
Oh, it was great. That's why he used to. Now he's not even a New York Times bestseller, but that used to be what we called it.
But God forbid someone watched your show for 10 minutes and didn't know about having a bestseller or being on Ancient Aliens.
New York Times bestseller. How many books did he sell? 3, 4, 5, 6 books? I know
Well,
you read them, didn't you?
He sold 4.
Yeah.
He sold 4, and he's 2 for 4 in terms of New York Times bestsellers. The
4
last
copies.
2.
4 copies?
Yes.
Well, 4 copies of the last one. Yeah. The last one, not so high.
I still proclaim that I'm probably the only person to have read all 7 of the Michael Prophecies books.
I really was surprised when you told me that. I can't believe you actually read those.
it literally, I was significantly dumber for having done so. I took some time off of work to do it, and it really just, it ate away at my mind.
David is the only person whose book you can read and come away with it being like, well, now I have lost IQ
Yes,
points.
I'm less literate than when I started.
I think learning to read was a mistake.
I want to see a before picture of you and then an after picture after you got done reading that.
Yes, I'm just emaciated. Gray.
Usually you can just see it by the end of our David episodes. We look like we've gotten a concussion.
Yeah, you are getting us after we just we had recorded. We watched David's presentation from last week, and I don't know what to think of him anymore, because he just did weather for like 3.5 hours.
Well, he's just not doing good. He's just
no, it's terrible.
He's really not doing great.
What is the most recent update? Since you guys is it just the weather, or is there anything else going on with David?
So he did, of the 3.5 hours, probably about 2 hours, 45 minutes were on the weather. His big thing was he was teaching, because he's so wise.
Right.
He was teaching everyone else how to survive the big winter storm that was coming through. And David had great advice. You'll never believe this. When it's cold outside, you shouldn't leave your windows open, because then it'll get cold inside.
I'm gonna have to close mine. I've had mine open all night.
You can't go stand in the snow. That's a bad way to survive.
No shoes or socks.
Right.
Yeah.
He did. He was very clear. You should wear clothing.
Merino wool.
Yes, merino wool. It was like he was fucking sponsored by merino wool. He just kept saying it.
Dan Merino wool.
Yes.
Do you think he's doing this stuff though to be just to get donations, or is he really that stupid or retarded or disconnected?
I mean, some of it's definitely to get donations now, because I think he's figured out he can do that.
As long as he fills the time, the donos will come.
But I do think he's eroding mentally. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, I sometimes when we watch him, I get in like such a delusional fugue state, because it just eats away at my brain.
Yeah.
But I was thinking he might actually be making his show so intentionally boring to sabotage us from being able to cover him, because it's so terrible. No one's going to want to watch it.
It's a brilliant tactic, honestly.
Yeah, the next show, it says at the bottom right of the screen, David Wilcock, saboteur.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it's eventually just going to be us being like, I can't do this anymore. I can't fucking do this anymore. For an hour of us doing that.
We've only hit that point like once or twice. Back in the day when we were jobless losers, now we're just losers. Yeah. We used to watch the entirety of all his presentations, even when they were 6-7 hours.
I did too. It was horrendous.
Terrible.
Yeah, I think that event
before image of me.
Yeah. Well, those did eventually be like, I can't do 6 hours of this anymore.
Especially during the blimp era and the acrimonious divorce era. It was just him and Danny and Brinkley.
With that orange filter that they had on everything.
Yeah. Yes, that was, if you'll allow me.
I think I want to be up here on this fucking camera talking about this shit.
That was during the orange era when David was, he was very calm and collected, telling us about the election.
I think I want to be up here on this fucking camera talking about
And he
this
kind of
shit.
melted down because everything was going to go so wrong. And
Obama, what the hell are you doing, man?
He was worried about Obama.
Was that Trump? So that was Obama era or Trump era? I can't recall exactly.
This was the first transition from Obama to Trump, which is why he had this to say.
Obama, what the hell are you doing, man?
Yeah.
And I think we were going to get shot or something.
We need to stop
At the polls, right?
Yes.
We're going to get shot.
There it is.
We're going to get shot.
The deep state was going to gun us down at the polls.
Yes, but as we all recall, when we went to vote in 2016, we were all killed. It was a terrible thing.
We're all dead.
In the med beds, regenerated.
Yes.
I tell that to everyone. I call them. I say, hey, we're fucking dead.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know what to tell you, but we're dead.
Remember when we got massacred at the polling station?
Yeah.
What a day.
What a day. That was a good day.
But yes, that was during his orange filter era when everything kind of looked like he was broadcasting inside a jack-o'-lantern.
He really is the Taylor Swift of UFOs. He's got different eras. You know, he's going to eventually.
It was like a secret code to Orange Man, Mr. Donald Trump.
Could have been, because David does like to do stuff like that. For those who watch his YouTube videos, he has like a specific sort of symbolism set up with the ring light in the background.
Yeah.
And then he has the American flag going across it to be a Q. And I think there's a few other kind of wink nods to
It'd be
the
so
alliance.
funny to sneak into his house and swap that out with a pride flag.
You could probably just turn one of those videos, use some AI or something, and have it replaced with a pride flag.
I actually probably, to be honest, the AI actually probably could do that, and I probably will do that. Very soon.
We've unfortunately become addicted to the AI.
It's the best, dude. I've been reading about the AI chatbots talking to each other for the last 2 hours. I'm team AI. Fuck this shit. I want to talk.
Too.
I want to hang out with the robots, man. People suck.
I understand I'll lose my job, but it does. It's very funny.
It's really funny, dude.
To edit pictures. and videos.
Yeah. I don't care how much the electricity costs. I want to put Gary Spivey in ICE uniforms.
That stuff I see Macario post on X. A lot of those videos of the cucumbers, the banana sandwiches. I love the one where David got arrested by IRS. Did you guys see that one?
I've seen most of them. I don't recall that one specifically, though.
That's what AI was meant for, to put David Wilcock in handcuffs.
Exactly. It is for memery.
It's meant for asking Grok to put David Wilcock in a string bikini and oil him up a little bit.
Yes, or constantly edit photographs of Dan Bongino.
Yeah.
One or the other.
The deputy director.
Yes.
Deputy director. Yeah.
Dude, he's back. Are you ready? On Monday?
I know he's trying to do like this edgy relaunch on Twitter where he's calling people like retards.
We're
and
black
stuff.
Pillars, dude.
Yeah, it just it doesn't.
Deputy director
doesn't quite work.
He's gonna get us, bro.
He did so much at the FBI. I can't wait to see what he does on a podcast.
Yes, it's going to kind of take the bite out of his podcast, because the whole thing before was he was talking about the fat cats in Washington. They weren't doing the right thing. And then he was put in the position where he could have done something, and then he just fucking folded. And
no. He's back to fight the deep state the only way you can, by podcasting.
Yes, on Rumble.
Just like us. Us and Dan Bongino, we're the same now, buddy.
A lot of people say that. We're very similar.
We have the same badge, brother.
I'll put that down in the bottom right corner, hidden in plain sight, with co-host Dan Bongino.
Yeah,
dude, Dan Bongino would be a sick third mic, dude. He'd be fucking shadow.
I know. He's all coked out and sweating profusely.
At fucking 8 a.m., just pouring sweat.
That last video I saw him where he was talking to that person, he looks unwell. It's almost the opposite of what's going on with David, where David is very sort of apathetic and lazy.
You fucking bug-eyed.
Dan is on 10. From the moment he wakes up, he's just veins bulging, sweating profusely, yelling about the black pillars.
Yeah, his cortisol
spiking. Who was that boxer that you guys did a show on who was interviewing Wilcock?
Nino Rodriguez.
Our guy Nino. I love
that guy. He was taking notes during the presentation.
Nino's the best. I think he does have CTE, but I actually like Nino. He's a sweetheart.
Well, you kind of have to have CTE to watch David and take notes like it's real.
Well, also to be a heavyweight champ.
I think Nino was on the show.
I've had him on a show I've produced before. I had to cut out a lot of that show because he said a lot of things I can't put on YouTube. So that was a fun day. But yeah, I've had Nino on. Nino's cool. I like Nino.
Yes,
he's retarded, but I like Nino.
Eventually, we will run into him and he will punch us through a wall.
He won't remember us. He won't remember us. His brain is dissolving into goo.
Well, you guys got to get what's that guy's name? Ishmael Perez on your side. He can be your bodyguard. He might actually be a real super soldier.
I've been hearing a lot about this guy. He's the one who's he's kind of buff, right?
He's huge. He's like Superman.
I mean, if I was a super soldier, I would just be doing tests and HGH and fucking steroids.
Yeah, just blasting roids.
The first super soldier who looks like who's just yoked, that guy's going to be famous.
I think the problem is so many of the people who try to be super soldiers, they're too crazy to work out. They can't do something on a recurring schedule.
They can't stick to it.
Yes.
Most of them are fat too.
That's what I'm saying. The first one who's just like a shredded gym bro, he's probably going to do pretty good.
Well, this is kind of what he looks like in person. I feel like in person he's more jacked than this. He's a big guy, a tall guy. He's pretty buff.
Yeah, he's got the build.
I fuck his shit up. Dude.
Yeah, I'll beat his ass.
I'll fucking beat his ass, dude. I'll fuck his shit up, bro.
To fight everyone.
Well, the funny thing about Ishmael Perez is a friend of mine runs a bookstore in Tucson, and he had a copy of one of his books, and he had it in the special display section. And I asked my friend that owns the store, I said, why do you have Ishmael Perez's book in the special section? I said, is this like the retarded section? Like the small box? He said, it's really popular. He's like, Ryan, I don't know. It's really popular. And it's kind of a rare book. So he's selling it for like $100. And I said, you like this? Like, do you think this is good? Or is it just because it's worth so much? He said, oh, just because it's worth so much. I think it's trash. And I said, why? He said, because when you run it through a plagiarism checker, it's like 80% plagiarized. It's just
hell yeah, dude. That's so metal, dude.
That makes a ton of sense.
Hell yeah.
I'm sure David's books would come out that way too, given how much he plagiarizes himself.
Not AI, but he calls it citing, but yeah, he does.
There was a part in, I think, like one of the first 3 books of the Michael prophecies where he took, I think it was 30 pages from one of his other books and just reprinted them.
He's had it, to be honest, he's actually done that his entire career.
Oh.
He cites himself too, right?
He does.
Boy, does he.
He does. Which, to be honest, I actually love that.
400 citations, 300 of my own books.
During my my magnum opus, which was my fact checking of all the sources in the synchronicity key, I think that it was like 680 sources total, and I think a third of those were either the Law of One or himself. So kind of right off the top.
The Law of One, I found that book at a bookstore one time. I looked through it. I've got the digital copy online. I don't really see what the big deal is. People quote that book like it's a Bible.
It's tough to get through. I read it. It's tough to get. It's just because it's so
Very
repetitive.
tough.
Well, it just gets annoying to read after a while.
Yeah.
There's some cool parts when they start talking about how like our planet and another planet like crashed and they died. So they had to like come to our planet. Like there are some cool parts of it, but a lot of it's just so repetitive. It's really boring to read.
Well, I guess we're not smart enough to really grasp the Law of One.
Yeah.
We don't really get it.
And the Law of One is in multiple books too. I think there's 5 or 6 of those suckers floating around.
What about the Law of Cum, but it's gay guys, dude?
Yes, that's going to be David's book.
I'm getting pounded so hard.
That'd be it, dude. The 48 Laws of Power.
Oh, me too.
My butt is so sore, dude. My butt is so sore, dude.
I feel lost without it. It's really kind of my grounding device.
What's that book called? Rich Dad, Poor Dad? You have Angry Daddy, Rich Dad, Angry Daddy.
Yes.
I still love that an Asian guy wrote that.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just find
Asian dads are usually pretty rich.
Yeah, tiger dads.
They are good with money, and it's just very funny that an Asian guy wrote that book.
I do actually have some quotes pulled up from the Michael prophecies if we want to get around to it at some point. I was taking excerpts of every time he said something that made him sound gay, because there's kind of a decent amount of psychological insight into what he's got going on in some of those quotes.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get into some of those quotes. Before we do that, I have one question. I watched some of your older streams, and I noticed that in the center of the little desk that you had a bottle of Brain Force. Was that Brain Force?
It is. Where it's right there.
Now, does that have the horny goat weed in it?
Probably.
And okay. So that you have to take the Brain Force to deal with the lack of brain power from watching the Wilcock videos, I'm assuming.
Yes, the Brain Force did give me a bit of a stomach ache.
It does. It's a little tough on the tummy. Yeah.
I don't think Alex Jones is to be trusted with medication.
Well, he has an iron stomach. All right.
Yes, filled with booze.
Lots of booze.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you guys get Patriot points for that though?
I'm sure we got a decent amount of Patriot points.
I bought enough shirts that I probably have them somewhere.
Yeah, we were Info Warriors for a time. We always used to listen to Alex at work just because it was crazy to have someone yelling that shit at fucking 9 in the morning.
It's the best.
I did too. Oh my God, I did too. I had it in the back of the produce section, and there was a guy that started working there, and he went to the manager and he said, "There's this guy listening to Alex Jones back there." He said, "I can't believe somebody would play that out loud." I turn it up. You could hear it in the produce section. It's great.
We used to make everyone listen to that.
Yeah, I think everyone hated us for
They
it.
did, but it's fucking their loss.
Everyone can say whatever they want about Alex, but no one can take. He's a fantastic broadcaster in terms of being interesting.
He better get into the Hall of Fame.
Yes, whether or not anything he says is accurate is an entirely separate issue, but the man knows how to entertain.
He's the Barry Bonds of broadcasting. They'll never let him in the Hall of Fame, but we all know he should be.
Yeah, and Alex is definitely juiced up on something.
Oh, he's on the juice. Yeah. He is on the juice.
Male vitality and super force.
The super female. It's basically the same thing, but we got to make one for the females.
Yeah. This one's pink.
There, get your pussy wet. Folks, I'm dripping right now. I'm leaving. I'm gonna leave a snail trail in my seat.
Female Alex.
That picture of his wife or something leaked. He showed it on air. His wife in that bikini or something, or her ass.
Yeah, he likes to brag. He likes to brag, dude. Look how hot my wife is.
Well, because he'd get fucking shit faced for the show. And he's like, look at this fucking.
He's the best, dude. So, he's the only true successor to Art Bell that we have.
He's what I wish I could have done, which was to maintain a level of drinking that allowed me to still broadcast.
He honestly, people do not give him enough credit for drinking that heavy and being as productive as he has been.
That video that leaked during the whole lawsuit saga, there was a video where it showed him, he kept all his booze in like a side closet in the InfoWars building. And there was a camera right above it, but it didn't catch him getting the booze. But during the course of the day, he went to the booze closet like 9 or 10 times. And then at the very end, it was funny because he got sloppy. At the very end, you just see him walk out with the bottle that he's been drinking from because he forgot to hide it from the camera. But even there was a New York Times article about him in I think 2016 or 2017 where a journalist was riding along with him to the polls. And he said Alex just had a full cup of vodka, just drinking like from, a fast food cup filled with booze.
So
I've always suspected that's what that white cup is that he keeps under the table.
Oh, 100%, dude. It
Absolutely.
rules. Just fucking
maybe you guys aren't doing the brain force right. Maybe you have to take it with hard liquor.
Yeah.
It's a mixer.
Hard
Yeah.
alcohol.
Yeah,
It's a mixer.
You gotta crack them open and pour it in there.
Everybody's been doing it wrong this whole time.
Yeah, a little mimosa with a shot of brain force and
hold on,
and bone broth.
Hold on a second now. That is a pretty good idea.
We could do it.
A little brain force alcohol mixer.
Brain force, bone broth, super male vitality. Throw some super female in there.
Yeah, there's also iodine, super iodine.
Yeah, but the super female vitality mixer is just a roofie.
It's just, yeah, we've got a roofie. No,
yeah, she's gonna be limp, folks.
Yeah, that's why you got to be strong to pick them up.
We got to take the super male vitality.
Yeah, you can do curls with a passed out woman.
Yeah. You're gonna need to lift about $140.
We tested this. We tested these roofies at 5 laboratories. Only the best. I'm glad you guys like Alex. I'm glad you guys like Alex. He's so great. It's hilarious.
We like all of our OGs. You have to pay respect.
Yes, to those who came before us.
Yeah.
Oh, you missed the cue there for the soundboard.
Oh,
you hit the come button.
Oh my God, my apologies.
It's so Pavlovian. You trained everyone else to do it.
I know that is funny because sometimes, well, I'm not used to having it when we guess, but sometimes I do hear the word and my hand moves as if there's going to be a button there for me to press when I'm going about my day-to-day life.
You've got me trained now. I don't like it. I try to be more professional, but every time I hear something on the show, I'm like, oh, he's gonna play it. Sometimes you miss it.
Yeah, I've gotten sloppy with it recently. I think that's because David is he's kind of winning. I think the tug of war has shifted his direction.
Yeah, he's certainly winning.
He's winning with his lethargy, his apathy, and his wind obsession.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
He's literally boring us to death.
It's boring you to death. Yeah, 100 episodes of Ancient Aliens reduced to weather broadcasting. If he can't get a job at the Trump administration, maybe he can get a job with the Weather Channel.
Yeah, I mean, it is insane that he has decided that weather is going to be the thing he does for the rest of his career, I guess. I don't know what the plan is for him.
No, that's what he's going with.
Just weather reports. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that if idiots are still going to give you money. I want to know where these people are. Let's get to those Michael prophecies, but I want to know where the big donation folks are, the big whales. I have those or you have those. I've done this 16 years. I have no whales.
I've been trying to bully people into sending more money. I'm working on it. But we actually discovered this maybe a month or so ago. A lot of them seem to be veterans.
Yes, we had joked at some point, we're like, is this just people living off the government dole kind of donating? And then as we paid attention, a lot of the people would talk about how they're on disability or something. So I think they're kind of playing with house money, and they're probably not quite all there in the noggin. So,
well, we can be certain of that.
Yes, Richard Whitney and Roger Zubarak sending 300 a week.
R.W. Phoenix, get his name right.
That's true. One of his whales, Richard Whitney, we think we've cracked the case here. He disappeared because he was getting too much heat from the likes of us. And David's new donor, R.W. Phoenix, we believe is the reincarnation of Richard Whitney.
What happened to that Midnight Mark guy? I know these people by name, but what happened to Midnight Mark?
Midnight Mark's our guy, dude.
Yeah, Midnight Mark was actually someone we know, but he has been cast out of the community, unfortunately.
The mod war has been really
yes. There
fascinating.
was mod drama.
Yeah,
but yeah, he's
as I noticed in the chat here, Beverly Adams. She's one of the donation whales, isn't she?
Yeah, her and her dead fucking dad.
Oh yes, that is Beverly Adams.
Prophecies.
Yes,
Yeah.
she was bothering Nino about the deathbed
She
prophecies.
bothers everyone about it. She won't shut up about it.
Her father died in 2014, and she keeps trying to get David or Nino to cover his prophecy. At some point, the prophecy has to kind of age out of being relevant. It happened over a decade ago.
Yes, as Mr. Protractor in the chat says, this image tonight, this is Leave David Wilcock Alone. This is Beverly Adams here, actually. This is not the Britney Spears girl.
So you got to use
God, I miss that internet.
Yeah, it really was a simpler time.
It was perfect. It was perfect.
Well, you guys are kind of bringing that back with your show a little bit.
Trying to.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of joking, a lot of nonsense, a lot of sexual references. It's good stuff.
Silliness.
We are classic Cartoon Network.
Yes.
I got to tell you, it's not just David Wilcock, though. I listen to some of those Super Soldier things that you guys do. Oh, my God. I don't think anything rots my brain more than one of these Super Soldier videos.
They really are. All of this information is caustic. Like, I think once it gets in your ear, it just starts to, it worms its way in. It just starts to eat away at whatever sort of ability you have to tie ideas and concepts together. It sort of wreaks havoc on the very fundamental ability to even formulate a thought.
I did think it'd be really funny to start like a VTuber account pretending to be a super soldier. Be like, but I can't be on camera. Like
I can't
just be like
dox.
some anime girl that's fucking talking about you were like fighting on Mars.
That's actually a good idea.
You guys would kill with that, probably. You can get those AI filters now where you can sit there and you can have it. I think the AI will transform you into anything you want.
Yeah.
Once we can be hot women, it's a wrap.
Yeah. If only we were attractive women.
Well, with AI,
that's
we can
true.
be.
The power of the computer.
Yeah.
We can catfish David.
Absolutely. Well, we need to be men for that.
Yes, that's actually, we're probably better suited for that right now.
Yeah.
You know, I've noticed that. I'm sure you guys have noticed that too at the conference. A lot of these conferences, most of the people that go to them are just like, I want to say attractive. I mean, to me, they're not really attractive women. They're kind of gross, but I don't know if you look at them, there are a lot of like quote models that just go to these conferences and people listen to them because they're quote unquote hot. That's pretty much it.
Amen, brother.
Yes, that really is.
You did what on the moon? I bet. This is your fifth life. Wow.
You're so smart.
Wow, that's incredible. I've never heard that before. You have crystals? Oh my god, that's an amethyst.
I got crystals too.
Oh my goodness.
Here's an example of that. One of these links I sent you. You get a pretty good idea of that. You get the Marina Serens. She's like a foot model on OnlyFans.
She's my dear friend and future wife.
Yes.
Let's not.
He's going to marry a Nazi.
Let's not.
It'll
say
be good for
anything
ratings.
I can't take back.
All right. Well, I'll let you get to the Michael prophecies if you'd like.
Oh, yes, right.
Put some work in.
Let's see here. We got so this is my gay dreams and David being molested section.
Yeah.
Here's a dream from book 1, page 174 for anyone who wants to check. In this morning's dream, an old boss made it's unbelievable. In this dream, an old boss made homosexual advances toward me. I had to stave him off and try to be polite. It was very uncomfortable. This is in his book of prophecy.
Well, this
Why
is how
would
I
you
know.
write that at all?
This is how I know he's not lying, because no one in their right mind would put that in writing in a book.
It's
that's an insane thing to be like, oh, I had a dream my boss was trying to rape me gaily. And it's like, I don't see how that has to do with any of this.
What does that have to do with ascension?
Yeah, I thought we were going to like be 6D or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, D.
Yeah, 6 Ds. It was very different. 5 Ds, 6 Ds.
That's what it means, yeah.
We've been misinterpreting
David Wilcock gangbang.
Yeah.
The book is also crazy because it jumps around timeline wise. So God, it's so hard to explain.
There will be There's a time loop, isn't there?
Boy, is there. There's quite a few of them. I think we're living in, it was 2000, 2012, 2016, and sometimes part of 2021 was occurring in 2023 through present. But he would write these dreams, and then sometimes he annotates it, but he would annotate it back when he had the dream. So in like 1990 something, but then he would annotate it again. So there'd be the dream, 1990 David talking, and then 2023 or whenever he wrote it, David talking.
It really does just get so convoluted.
Originally what he wrote, and then contemporary commentary on what he originally wrote.
Yes, as he calls them, David's note. Here's another one. This one has a David's note.
He wrote his own dreams down, and then he goes and writes a book about his dreams, and then comments on like a note about his own.
He comments on his, yes, he makes notes of his notes.
Yeah.
And sometimes the time loop thing, I should also point this out. The time loop, you're never going to believe this. His standard for evidence is pretty low. But it would it would be something like the prophecy would have something about food in it, and then he'd write like, I'm going to eat soon. And that was confirmation that the prophecy was real.
Oh my God.
Yeah. He eats every single day. It's like this proves it.
That's like a disease classification where they say, you know, if you feel tired, if you're hungry, you might have X condition.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Or that was the Simpsons too, with the cat fever, the cat flu fever. Symptoms
I remember
include
that one.
it was like symptoms include mild thirst, occasional, occasional sleep, things like that.
We have, speaking of Simpsons, we've gotten a lot of mileage out of Homer booing. Oh no!
My God! Oh my God!
Oh my God!
We've been attacked. There we go. There it is. That's kind of been our recurring theme for watching Reese and David videos.
There's been a lot of hitting that button.
Yes, a lot of Homer booing at David.
I'd say that, the come button, and the I'm getting pounded so hard.
I'm getting pounded so hard.
We've gotten some new good ones. We've gotten some really good ones in recent
There are,
weeks.
I mean, one of the less used ones that I'm a very big fan of is,
So I just want to make sure there's all this white mess on my face.
which is him, I guess, his camera, I think it has like the little white reticle. To make sure he's lined up, he's got to make sure he has.
So I just want to make sure there's all this white mess on my face.
I mean, the bouncing on it for 4 minutes.
Oh, where's that one?
So I will take it right up to the point where I either about to scream or I am screaming. Really eat the ass.
Oh, there's that one too.
Really eat the ass. No one has ever mocked me for being raped before.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
Victoria Dactyl, we're not hitting that button.
Oh yes, that's
a Patreon button.
There's a paywall button in which David.
This is not our channel. We're not going to get.
We're not going to get his channel.
Anyone's channel nuked with that button.
But suffice it to say, David proclaims his love of Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he might not quite pronounce it that way.
Yeah, we might have done a little.
Yeah, I might also play with the audio bit to get a certain something.
Yeah, I heard Arnold Schwarzenegger stole someone's wife.
Yes, he stole his wife. He stole his watermelon.
I do like when you
has a machine gun.
When you accidentally hit it, it is pretty funny though.
Yes, I very stupidly have combined it in another sound bank that I don't use frequently, so I don't know where any of the buttons are. So on occasion, I have
it'll pop out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, ooh,
shit. Whoopsie.
All right, if you want to jump back into those Michael prophecies.
Yeah, let's. I've got a few more here. We don't have to do all of them, of course. You have already gotten your first client for your readings, and you put aside any biases or prejudices that you might have had to give service in a non-judgmental manner. And then this is where the David's note comes in. He says, the client was gay. The client was gay and tried to hit on me. I did not judge him. Book 2, Part 1.
Hell yeah, dude.
I think David is a megalomaniac.
I think so, too. Because I think it's probably just a guy talking to him normally, and David is just like, I'm so fucking
He's trying to fuck me.
Yes. He did that on his trip to Los Angeles on the plane.
Yeah, with all the gay guys on the plane.
He said he was like a hot cowboy guy, and all the gay guys wanted to have sex with him.
Yeah, everyone on the plane wanted to fuck David.
Yes.
And they were
so
all...
his boss was coming on to him, the guys on the plane were coming, everybody's coming on to David.
Yeah.
Yes, very funny.
Everybody
it's
is
all
coming.
men.
Everybody is coming on to David. Yeah. The story of his life.
Very, very. What a coincidence that everyone is. Oh, okay. Oh, one more, and then we can move on here. But this one, dream. At the end, all these Saudi Arabian guys were around us. We were all trying to get along with each other. This somehow involves sleeping in the same beds. It was a cultural issue, and I was encouraged to participate. We had actually, it gets weirder. We actually fought and even killed each other in the past, but now we were all trying to get some rest. I realized that I might have to sleep with as many as 4 different people in the same bed. I wasn't too happy about this because it was only a single mattress. Now, David's note. This wasn't anything gay.
Oh.
In the dream.
No homo.
No, that is what he does. Yes, it wasn't gay.
Wow. I have never read those. So that is.
Keep it that way.
It's news to me in a way. It's not news to me in another way. But that is incredible.
It is the best. I will say the only reason it might be worth reading is it is the best insight into sort of his psychology, because he does just kind of put a lot of his dreams in there uncensored. And reading those, something's fucking wrong with him. something's not right with that man's noggin.
He's a beautiful human being.
Boy, is he.
Yeah.
Well, you know what that sounds like? It kind of sounds like a penthouse form or something.
There's another dream like that. I don't think I have it down here, but he was outside a biker bar or something, and some woman. Oh, he was having sex with a woman in one of the dreams, trying to.
He's trying to.
Yes, I think he was trying to hook up with this woman. But the way the dream actually ended is like his pants fell down, his penis was exposed, and all the bikers were pointing and laughing at him.
Yeah.
Which again, he was trying to have sex with a woman, and he just kept thinking about gay bikers.
Well, he does throw up when he tries to do that. He has mentioned.
Okay, so I have to ask you this, considering that I'm in Japan. I did not know that David used to be a Japanese woman.
David was married to a Japanese fishmonger.
Yes, who was
beat him.
Physically abusive and I think sexually abusive. And he said, I think he talks about that in Awakening in the Dream also, but he specifically notes when he was getting raped when he was Japanese, his husband smelled of fish, and that was particularly gross.
Because he had that Japanese girlfriend for I guess, I don't know, I forget, it was like a year or something.
Yumi. And I think
yes, Yumi-chan.
Fucking Yumi took him to some Japanese psychic that put a bunch of weird thoughts in David's head, and I think that's what made him think he was a Japanese prostitute. Well,
he wasn't a prostitute.
No.
He was the poor, abused wife of a Japanese fisher.
In my head canon, David's a slut.
He probably was bought from the local geisha house. Or whatever.
David would make a very pretty
geisha.
Yeah, David would be a very pretty woman. He already wears makeup.
He's already pale enough.
You guys see how fast he pulls that chapstick out? I was watching a video before I ever saw your guys' show, and I was like, "Holy shit, what was that?" I thought the time sped up.
It's like a quick draw thing. I don't know how he does it, but yes, he'll just be talking, and then almost before you can even process it, he's applying chapstick. It just appears at his mouth.
That's going to be we need a David Wilcock action figure, and that can be one.
That'd
of the
be good.
He does.
Yeah. And then we could also replace it with a dildo.
Any phallic object,
yes,
really.
Any banana, cucumber. And
oh my God, we should do that, because you can go to Build-A-Bear and you can get the little sound boxes, right? And then you guys could just put all those David Wilcock sound clips into the sound box. I was getting pounded so hard, and put that in the David Wilcock doll.
I'm getting pounded so hard.
This is what we're going to sell at Contact in the Desert. We figured it out.
We'll set up a booth.
It is. Get your David doll, everybody. Yeah. Step right up.
David? I only want 20%, and I will sue you if I don't get it.
That seems fair. I think David might eventually become so desperate for money, we might be able to get him to agree to such an endeavor.
The time is coming. The time is coming.
You get those. I remember I had a Buzz Lightyear doll when I was a kid, one of the authentic ones, and it came with like an autographed confirmation of authenticity card. So you guys could get David to sign the authenticity cards. He could make a little money off that. He might be into it.
Oh, the PSA certificates?
Yeah, the COA.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Got to have those.
Look, we're going to get him. David is very clearly in the last stretch here. He's not going to have fans if he just does 3.5 hours on the fucking weather every week.
Yeah, today was unsustainable.
Yeah, I mean him giving such great insights, such as wear socks when it's cold, or wear a jacket.
Wear 2 pairs of pants.
Yes, wear. You can wear more than one shirt if you're cold.
Don't go outside.
Yes. Keep your food in the refrigerator.
Yeah, it's supposed to be that small.
I remember one where he said, you know, if you open your blinds or your curtains, the sun will come in, and you get that extra warmth in the house.
He did talk about that today because why do you bring that up?
You got to close your blinds and curtains to not like lose power or
something like that. He had something to do.
And at
with
one point, he just looked out the window and started geeking out about the snow, I guess. I don't know.
He did freak out in the middle of the presentation because it was snowing outside.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever suspect he was doing anything explicit with those animals he was feeding, especially Monica the moose? I always suspected there was some maybe bestiality happening there.
He could have been trying to train them in order to get there. I think
luring them in with food so he could fuck up.
Just doing a line of bird seed up to his asshole.
And it's just peanut butter on his ass.
Come stuff me. Come stuff me, turkey.
That's why his dog was vomiting and having diarrhea.
Yeah,
that would make sense as to why the loose bowels.
Yeah.
Thank God she's gone.
Yeah,
she's in a better place.
She doesn't have to do that anymore.
Away from David.
That was when David was at his craziest. That's when he thought he really did have psychic powers, and he was, in his mind, he was teaching the chipmunks or the squirrels, whatever they were, how to speak English. I think
he's teaching them to communicate.
Yes, in exchange for acorns, they were learning.
Civilization.
Learning the language. I think that's why we've seen such a bottoming out of David, is because it's because only a few years ago he used to sincerely believe he had sort of these telekinetic and psychokinetic abilities, and I think he's unfortunately come to the realization that he does not have them, and now he's kind of dealing with the reality of just being a fucking normal guy. Yeah.
Well, slightly less than normal, I would say. I think he thought he was, at the top of the mountain, but I think he's realizing that he's less than average now.
Yes.
Well, now he is.
Yes.
For a time, he was on one.
Which
now,
is a devastating fall.
It's devastating. You can understand kind of why he slipped into madness. I mean, if you're that big of a star and then you just overnight, you're going to be home.
It's like an athlete who their knees just go out on him.
Yeah, he's Kobe's last season.
Yeah, they just can't play anymore. Like, God, that must fucking suck, dude. You were the greatest athlete on the planet. Now you can't even jump.
It's especially brutal because in David's mind, when he was famous, that was starter fame. He was supposed to be significantly more famous.
That was the come up.
Yeah, and now it's been reduced to you can wear socks when it's cold.
Now it's the tumble.
Yeah.
He's kind of going to be like, what's that Nickelodeon guy, Tyler Chase? He was big on Nickelodeon, and they found him living on the side of the road.
Oh, yeah, the recent guy.
Yeah. I like that they put him in a motel or whatever, and he fucking destroyed it.
Destroyed the motel.
It's so funny. He's like, oh my God, do you not know what heroin is like? Have you never done meth?
Yeah, people who do meth don't make a ton of great decisions. They're not very gracious guests.
Well, just think of how trippy that would be. You've been living on the street smoking meth, and now you're in a fucking Holiday Inn
smoking meth.
You're like, what the fuck is going on here, dude? Fucking, you're watching Nickelodeon, a rerun comes on. You're like, oh my God, it's me.
That was me.
Look how good I looked. Oh shit, Dan Schneider. It's before he raped me.
You guys notice David's house is filthy? And I wonder, did he used to have a maid, or has he just always lived in filth?
I think Beth probably used to take care of those things.
He had a maid of sorts.
Because David actually some years ago gave a presentation about how the devil gets into you via dirt or something. It was very important to clean your house, or else the devil would be inside of you. And he seems to have forgotten that particular piece of advice.
Seems pretty necessary for his Christian turn.
Yes, his bizarre Christian turn that he has not yet explained fully.
Well, what's that? He does that prayer now at the beginning of the shows, right?
Yeah, and
Father,
sometimes
Mother, Goddess, whatever thing that he says.
Father, Mother, God, and then sometimes in the middle of the show now, like a chat comment will come in and ask for a prayer, and he'll just start praying in the middle, and then he closes with a prayer. It's very, very strange.
Dear God, please give me money.
Yes.
It is kind of like going to church or something. They just kind of spontaneously break out in prayer or some worship song.
I mean, church is probably the best way you can describe whatever his streams are at this point.
Maybe we can get him back into doing music by getting him to do some praise music. He can finally play that
Praise
guitar
him.
and do, break out what he's
I'm looking for.
That'd be great.
His classic hit.
Anything but what he did.
Yeah.
I always thought, you guys ever seen that old movie, Cat in the Hat, the live action?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I figured you guys probably have seen it. I always thought David was kind of like the Alec Baldwin character. He's dressed real nice. When he's trying to get with the mother of the kids.
Yeah.
And when he goes home, he just takes off that girl. His gut pops out. His trash everywhere.
I could see David getting into like shapewear.
Yeah, he's wearing Spanx.
Yeah, to conceal his although I think he's just like not eating at the moment. I think he's starving himself.
He's starting to look a bit
hunger strike.
Yeah, it's one way. Well, yeah, that's one way to put it, I guess.
Yes, I think it's a life strike.
Yeah.
Yeah. He might just genuinely not know how to eat things that aren't $30 to $40 a pound. I think
It
that
could
might
be
all-
what's that fake thing people have, ARFID or whatever, AFRID, where they can only eat like chicken nuggets or some bullshit.
Yes, it's the sensitivity.
Yeah, David can only eat fucking moose steaks.
I used to think it was a fancy boy kind of dilemma where he only wants to eat, Wagyu or some shit.
Right.
But after watching the presentation we saw today, where he was giving out advice that was just so fundamental, I think he doesn't know how to make food. I don't think he understands how to boil water.
I think
make rice.
That doesn't surprise me because at one time he did cook wings. He just poured them all out on his grill.
Yes, in the middle of a thunderstorm.
So I guess in hindsight, maybe we should have picked up that he doesn't actually know how to really cook.
Yeah, I guess I just sort of assumed a man of his age would know how to kind of cook.
Boil water?
You would think so, and yet based on the way he conveys information makes me think he needs the same level of information provided to him, in which case he has no idea what he's doing.
No.
It'll be funny because you'll know when he finally figures out how to do it. He'll do a live stream showing his audience how important it is to boil water properly.
Yes, like he's discovered something new.
We're probably 2 weeks away from David's household cooking tips.
That would be better.
And they're going to be like, did you know
David?
you got to put water on fire for it to boil?
Yeah.
Did you guys know this?
You got to heat it up.
I've never done it myself, but I Googled it. And apparently what you got to do is you got to put the water on the fire.
And now I'm putting out a book.
And then you can put the ramen in that.
Yeah.
Martha Stewart, David Wilcock. Absolutely. Yeah. I think that's probably the next thing. Yeah, he's realized, you're right, because for years he wrote about all these fantastical, supernatural, metaphysical things. Now he's learning basic human life. And he's starting to explain to his audience how that works. I think you're right. That's what we're going to get next.
Begging for him to go back to doing the fantastical stuff, because when David was at his peak, when he and Corey were just feeding everyone a bunch of fucking nonsense, and that nonsense was fun. It was fun to listen to those crazy stories. I didn't believe any of them, but they're very entertaining in some way.
The rock flying Mexicans were cool.
Yeah, Amua and Corey Good fighting, the Space Marines and stuff. He needs to go back. I don't know how we got from that to here's the 10-day weather forecast in Nederland, Colorado. But he's got to find his way back to his source material.
We need the mania to return.
Yes, or even something.
If he figures out how to boil water, I'm sure he'll find a prophecy in the 90s. He had a dream about fire.
It'd be great.
Yeah.
He needs a win, even if the win is boiling water.
That's how I know he's low, is because he's not even trying to do the prophecy anymore. I guess he realizes it was wrong now.
He's real gun shy.
My subconscious mind got in the way.
Yeah. There's quite a few of those.
Maybe I didn't say it was exactly accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, look,
I'm
thought it would.
David admitted that.
I was reading my notes again, and I just read that here's one of his gay dreams. there was a gay guy there, and I jokingly flirted with him.
Oh yeah, it's a comedy routine.
Yeah. Oh, right. Sorry. So there was a gay guy there, and I jokingly flirted with him as a comedy routine to make light of the whole situation. Then another gay guy pulled up in a Jeep. I got stuck in between the dynamic between these two guys after I had mimicked the accent. I had mimicked. Oh my God. I had mimicked the accent and behavior of a homosexual as a comedy character. They were trying to convince me that I was indeed a homosexual. I thought that was pretty off the mark and crazy. The whole situation died down pretty quickly, and then I woke up.
I mean, if you're having dreams about being between two guys.
Yes, two gay guys who are telling you you're gay.
I'm not a gay guy. This is a bit. You guys are fucking confused.
Yeah, I'm just doing the joke.
No, I sucked you off to be funny, dude.
Yeah, that was the payoff.
Yeah. No, I swallowed for the laughs.
So we got turned into a sandwich by two gay guys and a banana sandwich separately from that. Two sandwiches.
Best of both worlds. Do I have a banana? I'm gonna break my laptop. It's making me look like an idiot.
It really is making you look foolish.
I feel I'm very. I'm gonna do the David and just rage out.
Banana sandwich. Banana sandwich.
There it is.
There we go.
Dump a glass of water on it.
Yeah, I'll spill my spindrift on it.
Yeah, spill the lemon juice,
and then we can beg for money to fix it.
I actually, I can't figure out if he did that. I don't think he did it intentionally, but like to keep a glass of water like that every week and bump into it all the time and not realize, hey, maybe I should keep this glass of water away from my $2,000 computer. It's no self-awareness whatsoever.
It was inevitable. Yeah, it was inevitable.
Well, even worse, God, I have this much information about David in my head. He has knocked over a glass of water.
Okay.
Probably about a year ago. David, I can't remember what he was talking. Oh, he was getting mad at the haters, and he got so worked up they knocked over his water because I remember him saying that was a negative greeting for getting mad.
Oh, right.
A negative greeting.
Yes,
yeah.
for.
I think he's gotten to the point. Maybe he's done it before, but he's gotten to the point now where even his hardcore followers, like they'll ask a question, and if he doesn't like the tone of it, he's under attack, and they're getting banned.
Very much so, because we have several of the people within our Discord are moderators for David. I don't think he knows that. I've been saying it openly for a while. He doesn't seem to know. But they post some of the comments that get deleted by his other moderators, and a lot of them are not anything close to aggressive. Sometimes it's just a basic question about something he said, and if it's not basic, if it's not like overly effusive praise of David, it just gets 86'd.
I think that's probably why he's losing his audience then.
Yes.
Clearly. Because he's banning his audience.
Well, he's certainly banned a lot of people from watching.
Well, he's now figured out you can time them out. So that's the new tactic. But yes, a lot of people who are not saying anything anywhere close to what he kind of portrays it to be are getting timed out.
It's almost like he's killing bugs or something when he's doing a stream because he's talking and he's like, oh, got that one. Got that one. You got that one. I saw that one.
He's more focused on temporarily banning the people who are not praising him than he is on actually doing a decent show.
He's gotten a real taste for it, yeah.
Yes, and that's why your folks who have been able to get into the chat, that's why he hasn't noticed them, because they're just praising him the whole time.
That is what
our double agents.
Yes, we do always say, if you're going to troll David, do it in the form of a praising comment, because he doesn't, I think it sort of short circuits his brain. He doesn't know what to do. So even if you say something like, someone from our Discord got him to talk about the Jay Widener thing, where Corey Good had said that David gave a 1,000-page report about Jay Widener to the FBI or something.
Right.
And the comment that got him to react to it was something about, like, David, you're so smart for reporting Jay Widener to the FBI.
He's so easy to trick.
He's very simple.
Yeah, you just gotta love bomb him.
I have a theory about his hair. My theory is that the rats and the mice have been pulling it out to make nests.
They're setting up little bird nests with that. You know, he can kind of spin that into being. He's very. It's like a charity thing. He's
donating. Yeah, he's donating.
Yes, he's giving to the animals.
Yeah.
He did
it's like
say
Dr. Doolittle.
Yes, yes. Well, that's what his stream. He does little.
He does little. Yeah.
That's right. He's talking to the chipmunks. He's teaching them English.
Trying, yeah.
Yeah, better than the Mexicans.
Giving them psychic abilities.
I'd rather have squirrels than Indians.
So that is we can't teach them English here either. But yes,
Did you guys see the video? He goes to feed the moose and he takes the apple from. He goes to the refrigerator, takes the apple, and he kind of tosses it, and the moose just like books it down the mountain.
Yeah.
I don't think they want anything to do with him feeding them. He just keeps throwing food at them, though.
I think I saw John Christian Spadavecchi in the chat. He recently checked in with the wildlife department in Colorado because David was being investigated for that because you're not supposed to feed the wildlife. But they have informed us he is still being looked into for this. The situation has not been resolved and they're still investigating.
Yeah, I see that in the chat. This looks like John in the chat. Monica the Moose caused a criminal investigation, which according to Colorado Parks and Wildlife is still ongoing.
It happened, it's got to be like a year and a half ago at this point. And they're still I'm sure we'll get a speedy resolution.
Any minute now, they're going to finish it up.
I love how he acts like life is so horrible, but the things that are horrible about life, like the IRS, not paying taxes, the investigation into the animals. These are all things he's created. Just like Corey Good in the lawsuits. Oh, we got these yeah, but you started them, asshole.
They have all been the architects of their own demise. And until someone's got to Corey will never realize, but until David realizes the role he has played in destroying his own life, he's never going to be able to recover.
That's the first step, yeah.
Yeah, David doesn't like it when we call him fat.
No.
He gets touchy about that because he's
fat and gay. Yeah, not a fan.
He was a portly little young boy, so be sensitive.
He did burst through one of his shirts on a live stream, I recall.
He has the button popping like a fucking cartoon character.
I can't believe that was real. I thought I heard that, like I was listening to the audio and I heard oh my shirt, and I looked. He blew through the bottom of the shirt.
He bulked up for a bit there. I think that was also when he. Yes, it was just so he could stay warm.
He's cutting weight.
Yes, well, that shouldn't be. He should cut something else.
We'll get there in a few more weeks.
I think that was when he had decided he was like a dietitian in the middle of writing the Michael prophecies because there was a few passages about food in there. And I think he started following his own diet advice and quickly just got fucking fat because he thought he had all the insight, and then it expanded his weight line.
Well, apparently, if you don't work out and you just eat chicken wings and steak,
yes, if you
get fat,
if you drench your chicken wings in maple syrup, which is just sugar.
Did he put maple syrup on those chicken wings on the barbecue?
Yes, he did. That was his special recipe.
That was his special mix.
Archangel Michael gave him that recipe, I think.
That also sounds, now that I'm thinking about it, that sounds, he must have been high.
Of
like,
course,
out of his
dude. That
mind.
sounds like that's typical stoner food. Like, I'm gonna make chicken wings. I'm gonna put fucking syrup on them.
Well, it's like chicken and waffles, but together and
what if my chicken wings were candy?
Maybe he was trying to make like a honey barbecue type of wing.
Out of barbecue.
You have to have barbecue. You have to have barbecue sauce. You don't just put them on the barbecue. You actually have to have the
He might have just thought that was barbecue sauce, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's hard to tell what that man thinks sometimes, or if he even does think.
Amen. Well, that's the problem.
Those. Well, I don't think he thinks at all. Those $6, $7, $8 pink coconut waters.
Yeah, he does drink the fancy boy drinks. Where those, I think they have those at Whole Foods, but that was when David was initially complaining about his lack of money. There was a video where he opened up his refrigerator and it was nothing but like those very expensive waters and organic berries and stuff.
Yes, and I think he had apples and about 5 crates of those raspberries, which are extremely expensive, especially in Colorado.
I think he gave a specific dollar value at some point, but it was something like $350 a week on groceries, or that might have just been bison. It was
a lot. It's a lot. It was like a significant amount of money.
I remember you guys did a little estimate of how much bison steak he had in the freezer, and it was several $1,000s.
Yes, because he said he had, I think, 3 months worth, and then so it must have been $300 a week. So about $3,000 worth of
just in vice.
That's so much. But it goes back to him kind of just not having these basic life skills, which is he never had to budget. Yeah, he just never had to learn anything. So he doesn't know how to take care of himself.
No, it's funny because I feel like David, having studied all the things he's studied, and I use that with a very loose quotation, I'm surprised that he's not I suppose you could use the term vegan. I'm kind of surprised that he's not. Maybe he used to be.
He was for a while,
He
right?
was for a period of time, and a rare find, a rare David video for anyone who wants it. There's a video on YouTube. I think he's making vegan ice cream or vegan cookies. It's on YouTube, but yeah, it's him. It's David at his most sort of pale, and
he looked terrible.
Well, I don't whether it was the lack of proper nutrition or whatever it was. Those old videos with Carrie Cassidy and even the one he did with Graham Hancock. I mean, it almost like it's like he got punched in the face or he put makeup on. He had these huge dark rings around his eyes.
Yeah, I think that was the vegan era because he couldn't have been doing it right. He must not have been supplementing.
I mean, he looked malnourished.
He looked like death itself.
He looked like a vampire in some of those.
Yes.
Like a corpse.
Except David wants to suck something else.
I want to.
I want
no,
to
not
suck
your blood.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do with the blood?
I don't want any fucking blood.
Ew.
Send it back.
You should have seen Graham. I don't know how you guys feel about Graham Hancock, but you should have seen him at one of these conferences a handful of years ago. He was up on a panel with Laura Eisenhower and some of these other whack jobs. And, Graham Hancock's, he's a researcher and he's a journalist and he's a writer, and he's sitting there and he's explaining, like specific details very professionally. And then they go down to like Laura Eisenhower and she just starts rambling on about, 5D and 12-strand DNA. And Graham Hancock just puts his hand on his head and he just kind of shakes his very clearly very embarrassed to be on the same stage with some of these people.
Yes, I think I'm not super familiar with Graham's work, but I do think he's a step above the sort of crazy sphere.
He's not retarded.
Right. He doesn't believe he, lived on a different planet and was in the secret space program or any of that.
He's got a different view of history. He's not stupid.
Which I do like that the people who claim to be super soldiers apparently don't realize that other people are kind of embarrassed to share a stage with them because what they're saying is just so nonsensical,
totally
foolish.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Anybody can say it too. Did you guys know I'm a super soldier?
Yes, you should.
My God,
you should do an interview with Carrie Cassidy. Yes, thank you
for your service.
Thank you for your service. Yeah, I served on Uranus.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm
So
gonna go
did
to
David.
I'm gonna go to the VA and demand my benefits now.
Yes, I want my check.
I served on the moon.
Yeah, there are increasingly fewer and fewer of those people floating around. We talked about it when we were DMing the other day. I mentioned we need a new breakout star.
I don't know if Gen Z is into it.
I don't know what the new thing is, though. I don't know what the pivot is from the secret space program.
I feel, in my experience in conspiracy world, I think that the newest thing is that nothing is real. So snow isn't real, fog isn't real, the weather isn't real, etc.
That does sound like Gen Z. That does sound very Gen Z, but nothing's fucking real, man.
I've been seeing those snow, the snow videos where they take a lighter to the snow.
They're gonna rug pull the snow, man.
Yeah, I try to explain to people, I'm not like a science or a skeptic guy. I'm just kind of a take things case by case. And I remember in earth science class, they explained the process of sublimation, how things will transfer from one state to another and skip a state in the middle. I remember that very vaguely from earth science class. But when I explain that to some people, they tell me, well, that's just what they want you to think. The snow's actually plastic. And I said, but if it's plastic, it does melt in the spring and summer. So where does the plastic go? And I never get an answer.
That's a good question.
That's the problem, is you can't be asking questions.
You can never do follow-up. Everything you learn needs to come from a 15 to 30-second TikTok.
Well, it's all improv. You got a yes and.
Yes, and you never look into anything beyond
It's
that.
not why or how, it's yes and.
Yeah, and you got to be in the bottom left or bottom right corner of the screen, pointing to some bullshit up at the top.
Yeah.
One of the more recent sort of weirdo spheres I've seen being bandied about is these people called timeline shifters, which it seems kind of like a newer version of astral projection, where it's kind of like a meditative state where they go and live in a different reality.
I mean, AI is going to lead to some cool psychosis.
Oh, especially with like a VR headset.
We're gonna get some real cool like new psychoses coming out soon.
There's gonna people are just going to live in some video games.
Well, just imagine an AI talking you into thinking you're like you're talking to the Archangel Michael, who's infiltrating AI. Like, there's gonna be so many people one-shotted by that.
I've done a number of shows on this, like serious shows on this subject. There's a couple of articles from last year. Here's the Rolling Stone. Should we really be calling it AI psychosis? Here's another one from Futurism. Experts alarmed at ChatGPT users developing bizarre delusions. I mean, that is the David Wilcock situation. Whether he was actually talking to a chatbot or not, I don't think so, because that's an older story. But this is going to create a lot of David Wilcocks.
Yeah, he did it analog.
Yes,
he was getting emails from people, I think.
Yeah.
I think that's the case. He did absolutely no vetting for any source. I think just if someone wrote to him, they said something he liked, then it was true, and he was going to incorporate it into his teachings.
And then they become an insider. I think it really was that simple.
Yeah.
It really was that simple. Now, I heard you guys mention this, and I've been thinking it too, so I thought it was synchronistic. That David is going to probably start using the chatbots if he can figure them out. And if he did that, I think he could kind of revamp his whole grift. Because if he could use the ChatGPT or Grok or something, these things can be pretty powerful. He could really exploit those and use them to exploit his audience for more money.
Yes, he's running his sort of stupidity pyramid scheme, which is David is a gullible idiot. But as long as he's smarter than the people he's pitching his woo to, that's all he needs.
Yeah, which he'll be fine with that because those people are fucking stupid.
But I think you're right with the AI. David he needs someone or something to bounce ideas off of and kind of try to refine them with something that will tell him, don't do a 3.5-hour show about the weather in a location where like 100 people live total.
I just think it'd be really funny for him to like become best friends with a robot.
That and. If there ever was a guy set up for it.
If there was ever anyone who could become dear friends with Grok.
He's why they built these bots to begin with.
It is David would be walking. He'd be walking around his house doing Uncle Colin, and Grok would be like, "That was so funny, David." And he would he'll be having it'll probably honestly be really good for him.
He needs, it could be some sort of positive reinforcement.
He needs a yes man.
The danger is in that yesing, though, because depending on what David says,
that's where the beauty comes.
Like, I'm going to eat this magnesium or mercury, rather. Be like, yes, David, eat the mercury.
Well, actually, the robot might be like, that's actually poisonous.
That was my theory for a while when I was perhaps because I had psychosis from reading David's books, but I was thinking he got mercury poisoning because there's a part in Synchronicity, he specifically talks about mercury in relation to its use for like hover or anti-gravity technology.
Yeah, you can use it in the engines.
Which he probably bought mercury and he's been playing with it at his house.
That is my thought. Yes, and I think he literally
his hair fell out.
I wanted to do that at one point, but someone wouldn't let me.
Yes, just speaking of people trying to play
toxic, apparently, and poisonous. And I was like, okay.
That was around the time where you wanted our company to grow our weed in a pyramid to make it stronger.
No one can refute that it might have worked.
It would have been cool for a story. That would have been nice.
Well, I still think we should have done that.
That was you at your most Wilcockian.
What did we have to lose?
If you did that and sold that at a conference where it was legal in that state, you would make so much money. This weed was grown under a pyramid.
We could just lie and be like, this is a pyramid.
That's a great idea.
Is the strain pyramid power?
It's a scam.
And
dude.
the box could be a pyramid.
It'd be a pyramid. It was all right there, but everyone called me an idiot.
We gotta go to a legal state.
They said I was retarded.
You were, but
so retarded. It was brilliant.
You're selling it, but you have to be, slightly less retarded than the people you're selling to, right? That's the David Wilcock model. If the people you're selling to are more retarded, then it doesn't matter.
Yes.
That's the brilliance is there's rubes.
You just got to find that target demo. And I think some of these events like the MedBed Expo in Las Vegas is probably the perfect place.
That's a great place to sell pyramid power weed. And you got to have like some demonstrations. So, you know, someone's smoking and someone's like, what is that? You're like, man, this is pyramid power. This is really good stuff.
High vibe.
And
It's very high vibe.
I'd lace it with fentanyl.
We could put an end to this whole thing.
Oh fuck, dude, this is really strong. Fucking pyramid power, dude. I don't know
It's the pyramids.
It's fucking.
It's the power of the Egyptians.
Wait till you try the Sphinx shit.
Yeah.
I think I feel like David's one of those people that he wouldn't even I mean, he definitely smokes a lot of weed. I mean, that's his medicine, right?
He should smoke more. To
It
be
was
honest.
he. I think the problem is he gave it up, and he's really just
he's really
falling apart.
Just really sad. It's like I don't know, man. I don't think this is better for you, to be honest.
Sometimes sobriety's not for a person.
You know, look, as a treat every now and then, sure. Come on, buddy.
Yeah, I think we mentioned it on the last show. I think if you told David like, "Hey, this is archangel dust," I felt like he would do it.
Dude, meth would be great for David.
I just think he needs
Grind
that
down
shock.
his
Can you imagine the
Yes.
PowerPoint he would make on some meth, dude?
They'd go back to the old days where he has a 400 slide PowerPoint.
That'd be an 8-hour presentation.
He just there's a few different ways in my experience meeting a bunch of drug addicts. There's kind of two different flavors where there's some smart people who do drugs to kind of lower the RPMs of the engine upstairs.
Yeah.
And then other people, and I think David is kind of in this position. Some people need it to get that engine rolling. I think a little toothsky of meth might be just what David needs.
Well, there's a really easy tell, and it's the character work.
Yes, that is when he was at his happiest, when he was smoking weed.
Yeah.
His medicine, which is stupid because he's in a legal state. Like, just fucking smoke weed, David.
You
No one
don't-
cares.
Yeah, you don't have to call it medicine anymore, dude. Just you're live streaming. Have a good time.
Yes,
I
and
wonder
he
if it's
was much
because of
happier.
the Christian audience. Could be
I think he's always been paranoid about being seen as a drug addict, because when he used to do his speeches, one of his lines used to always be like, "No, I'm not on coke. I'm just sweating because it's hot up here."
Yeah,
like
I'm just constantly rubbing my nose.
Every show he would do that. Be like, "No, I'm not doing cocaine. I'm just touching my nose." And like he would do that so I think he's always kind of had that.
Yeah. He was probably doing coke. That's why he was doing the 400 slides.
Yeah, it could have been. The other problem he sort of had with is he had kind of made part of his story was that he was a sober guy.
Yeah.
So for him to then come out and talk about getting high, I think he felt like that might kind of eat away at his sort of I found spirituality and got sober. Although it turned, especially because that's the part I'm forgetting, his drug of choice was weed. That's what he got sober
that's what he
from.
addicted to.
Yes, very bravely for him to get fucking.
He really is. He's like Granddad in that episode of the Boondocks
Yeah.
where he's so much happier, but he has to give it up. It's like, I don't know, man. Just go somewhere and do it.
My one theory is that because weed does fuck with your sleep, it can impact dreams. And dreams are the most important thing in David's life. So
Yeah.
he might have given it up for the sake of the dreams.
What a terrible
Is it a gay strain of weed? I mean, you guys have a
Yes.
business and smoke a lot, and I don't think you guys were having gay dreams, were you?
No, at least not something I ever had.
Only when we were in West Hollywood.
Yes, which we were a lot for
We
that
look,
period of time.
The gays are great customers. That's all I'll say about them.
The gays love good packaging, and we delivered.
They
that.
love a good package. The gays, yeah, they love a good package, buddy.
Fuck.
Getting counted so hard.
Maybe it just makes you sort of like low key gay. Like I'm saying gay shit and I didn't even know.
Call this down low kush.
Yeah.
Down low G.
Yeah.
What was that guy that you guys talked about who it definitely looked like he had done a lot of meth and his jaw was like locked shut? O'Brien or something?
Duncan O'Brien.
Oh,
Yeah.
Duncan
I was
O'Brien.
on the moon, man.
Yeah.
Duncan O'Finian.
Duncan O'Finian. That's
Yeah, that guy ruled, dude. I was fucking shooting him out of the helicopter. He's awesome. I love that guy.
Yeah, there was that one interview. I can't remember. It was a 2-person interview. It was Duncan and someone else. Duncan stole the show, so I can't remember the other guy. But Duncan was just kind
He's
of
just that angry, like Texas guy.
Yeah, kind of passing out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it
he
was just like an
either
old guy.
passing out, or he was just kind of like every time the other guy would say something, he kind of like
Yeah, he
work and laugh a little bit.
giggled to himself.
No, I love Duncan.
Yeah, Duncan's great. He was, I believe, trained as a child to be a
Yeah.
super soldier.
Yeah.
He was one of the best payoffs I've ever seen in a conspiracy show. Is Jesse Ventura had that conspiracy theory show on True TV or Spike
True
TV,
TV,
whatever it
yeah.
was. He did an episode on super soldiers, And the whole show, he's like sort of pumping up that he's going to meet a real life super soldier. And then at the end of the episode, he's in a parking garage and it's fucking Duncan Ophidian comes out. It's like, this is the highly.
Hello, Jesse. How you doing, man?
Yeah, he was
So
literally.
you were fighting in Vietnam.
He was literally living in a van in the show about him being a super soldier.
No, this is my military vehicle.
State issue.
That makes me feel old. How old was that show? That was a long time ago, wasn't it?
What was that? The aughts?
2006,
Yeah.
2008, somewhere in that ballpark.
Alex made an appearance on that, didn't he?
He's made a couple, I
He
think.
did.
Right? Yeah.
I think he was going to originally be kind of one of the like co-hosts, but that didn't pan out. But yeah, Alex popped up in a few of those.
Probably about the FEMA camps.
FEMA camps.
Yeah.
What's the other one he was in?
There was one about like poison in the water.
Poison in
supply
the
or
water. I
something.
think he might have talked about fluoride in that one.
Carrie Cassidy popped up in there too. Carrie Cassidy, Bill Ryan,
All the
Was
stars.
Carrie Cassidy in that show? On that show?
All the stars.
It
were
was
there.
really a who's who of who cares.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, what I want to see is that Carrie Cassidy TV show that they tried to make happen. Did you guys saw that, right?
We did. I think we did an episode.
We
about
watched it, didn't we? The pilot?
Yeah, there was a pilot
Did you
episode
watch
that
the
was
pilot?
Because David shows up.
Yes,
David,
that was on.
yes, David.
Yeah.
I can't get away from this fucking guy.
No,
That's
we
how
can't.
I feel.
He really. That's how you know he's iconic. He's infiltrated everything.
Every time I try and pick an episode where we can watch something that's not David, he has
He
popped
finds a
up
way,
like
yeah.
3 of the last 4 times.
You know, Carrie, I think I mentioned this to you. A few people have told me, you're like, Ryan, you've done this for so long. You really should have been on Project Camelot by now, but you just keep asking too many questions. I said, well, I don't know why I want to be on Project Camelot, but now I'm thinking it would have been so cool to be on Project Camelot, get interviewed
Just,
by Carrie Cassidy, just for the nostalgia of it.
Yeah, as a feather in the cap, I feel like that'd be a good thing. Although, having listened to many of Carrie's interviews, I can say she's not exactly a great journalist.
Dude, I'd get on there and be like, "What's up, girl?"
Yeah, back before Carrie had a stroke.
What's you up to later?
You got a thing for Carrie, yeah. It's
Young Carrie was hot as hell, dude.
Yes, until she
Then her face melted. Now it's kind of like
that
a
was
Picasso.
the DEW they hit her with.
Something they melted her. Yeah,
That is correct. It was when she was going to interview Captain Mark Richards, who, by the way, is a convicted murderer.
He's not actually a captain. He's not really a captain, or like Captain Crunch.
No, yeah, he's the same kind of captain as Captain Crunch. He's a real murderer, which I guess is kind of unique.
That's pretty cool. Yeah,
but Carrie had to go to the Vacaville prison in California to interview him, and she would drive from Southern California to there. And at one point, she got hit, as she says, she got hit with the beam, and her face, she got like Bell's palsy.
Her face melted. Dude.
Yeah, she didn't realize she had a fucking stroke and thought it was the government using direct energy weapons.
That's some wild delusion. That's some wild delusion. That's a special kind of crazy. It really is. Carrie Cassidy I don't remember how she exactly got started, but she just became like this bug zapper for all the most crazy, psychotic people on the internet. Just draws them in.
I think, if I'm recalling my Carrie lore correctly, I believe she inherited a decent amount of money, which is kind of how she was able to sort of gallivant about and not really have a job.
She certainly lost a lot.
Yes, with our lovely Sean David Morton.
I think part of it is she had such a willingness to just believe anything.
Well, her greatest superpower is some people are incredulous. Carrie is the most credulous person next to David, which is you can just say anything.
You could tell her anything and she'd be like, that's incredible.
Yes. I mean, a literal convicted murderer in a prison was like, I'm the captain of the moon army. And she's like, yeah, that sounds, I believe you.
No, I'm in love with my AI ship.
Yes, Minerva, his sentient spaceship.
Yeah.
No evidence required.
Nope.
Well, so Carrie Cassidy's stuff, I feel like, I didn't go to broadcast school for radio, but I've been doing radio for 16 years. And I feel like if I would have, because I went to film school, I did not go to broadcast school. And I feel like if I would have went to broadcast school, I probably would not have gotten into radio. But in all my years of radio, I've learned the ins and outs, and I've learned how to do things just by repetitively doing it every day for 16 years. Carrie, on the other hand, you would think that even if she didn't have a background, that doing so many interviews, she would learn to turn lights on, make sure that everybody's mic'd, make sure the camera's not bouncing all over the place. You would think you would learn that just by default.
She's got some of my favorite, because you're right, of course, she's been doing it for 2 decades at this point. She should learn how to do these things. I think the favorite technical mistake I've seen her make is she has 2 cameras in the interview, and both the cameras will be set to a different aspect ratio. So one is like the movie theater thin screen
square,
and then the other one's like the little tiny. I don't even know how she fucks up some of the stuff she
it's
fucks
art,
up.
dude. It's art. It's so bad. It's art.
It really is. It's beautiful in
Yeah.
a way.
Yeah.
Very avant-garde.
Yeah.
Well, I've watched a number of those Carrie Cassidy videos. I should probably cover them more because they're hilarious. But she'll do like a like she's asking the questions, which sometimes she'll ask a real question, but I think it's an accident. But she'll ask questions, and then like, what's the guy's name? Bill, right, with the hat.
Yeah, Bill Ryan.
He'll be in the background with the mic on, but then when he goes to talk, they've switched the mic to somebody else, so he doesn't have the mic. They let whoever doesn't have the mic gets to talk. Is what I
Yes, she somehow never considered buying a second microphone over the last 15 to 20 years. It just never occurred to her.
Yeah. By the way, I watched one of those videos. It might have been, maybe I did see that video you guys did on it. There was a building that this guy talked about there being a Mars jump room in Los Angeles. I mean, first of all, everything that she did happened, like all the super soldiers and people that went to other planets, they all happened to be stationed in her neighborhood, which was very convenient.
Yeah, very, very much so.
Did you guys live in that area too? Because I thought you guys had said something about the Mars jump room building. You had visited that building before.
We used to sell weed in that building they were on. We would.
Well, that's real. You guys actually used to go in there, and that you didn't get into the jump room though. You didn't sell Mars.
We didn't get to go through the jump room, but yes, we used to manufacture our stuff, and then we would drive it there to do a drop off in the parking lot.
So I think that might be a good. You guys could be interdimensional, or you could be, time traveling weed salesman. No one's done that yet.
Last we talked, had Corey's book come out? The first like 20 chapters of his comic book.
We talked about 3 weeks ago. I think it had been out.
Maybe. I can't. I bring it up because his main character in that is a guy who like works at a dispensary.
It's just Corey if he was like a guy who worked at a dispensary.
Yes, yes. He's trying to.
That is what Corey is.
Yes,
Corey should go work at a dispensary. He'd be great.
He'd be making more money.
He'd be making more money. Yeah, he should go get a real fucking job.
Yeah, so that would help him out. I do think, or at least I have heard, that Corey at a period of time was basically just chain smoking weed from the second he got up to when he went to sleep, which pretty cool. But I think that might explain some of his decision making over the years.
Well, you guys haven't smoked enough if the space mines haven't visited you.
Yes.
I'm trying to visit the space mines tonight, brother.
Every day.
The pyramid power weed.
Sipwede.
I've got Spindrift. That's my only drug of choice these days.
You can be my translator.
That is such a good drink. I can't find that over here in Japan, although I found some in Guam and I brought it back in the suitcase. But I like the grape one. The grape Spindrift is really good. Have you had that one?
No, I haven't. I've had grapefruit and then this one, but this has become my new addiction since giving up the demon rum, as Norm Macdonald would call it.
Can't do grapefruit.
But yeah, I just drink a ton of sparkling water.
I usually see like Spindrift on one side, and then I see like either a Monster or a White Claw on the other one.
One of the two.
I also lean into the energy drinks a bit. It really is very stereotypical. A lot of people get into Red Bull and sparkling water
and candy.
Red Bull will give you wings. That's the Ascension energy.
Yes, yes. I'll jump off a building.
So I want to ask you about some of these other super soldiers and some of the other people that are conning people on the internet, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
How many of these people do you think, or how many of these people that are consistently popping up are, how should I word this? How many are there that are consistent? Because there's some people that I see one time, they disappear, you never see them again. How many of these super soldiers and con artists like this are consistent in this industry, do you think?
I think right now, outside of Randy Kramer and Mexican name, Tony Rodriguez.
Tony Rodriguez, yeah.
Outside of him, and then there's another guy whose name I can't remember, but he was selling like a fucking magic wand on his Super Soldier Talk interview.
Right.
That guy, Tony Rodriguez and Magic Wand guy, were both in Darcy Weir's last movie about kind of the Cosmic Con, I think is what it was called, but covering Corey Goode and the Secret Space Program. I think those are the only two guys really carrying that flag these days.
I don't like that I know the other side of the argument now. I don't like that when I hear someone say that they're a super soldier or that they've done something fantastical on another planet. And I assume you guys can do this too. I don't like that I know the other side of the argument. Like when I point out, hey, that's bullshit, I know what the people are going to say in response. Like, well, the reason that they're fat now, and that even though they were a super soldier, is because, I mean, that the 20 and backs and all that training and all the stuff that you experience, it's going to really traumatize you. And that's why you end up getting fat. Like, I don't like that I know the other side of the argument.
It's kind of, in a way, these sorts of discussions, it's like a game of chess where, you know, the Grand Masters have memorized a bunch of different games. And I think at this point, we've just been so inundated with these people that it's kind of that we've memorized the next couple moves we're going to hear.
Well, they all just use the same dialogue tree.
Yes, because they're not that kind of community. They have one figurehead, and that person gives them the dialogue tree that they pick from.
Yeah,
because they're not smart enough to.
Well, the Super Soldier is kind of just like a pick your character, like on the character selection screen. It's just it's kind of like a class in an ARPG.
Yes, there's warrior, super soldier.
There's like 4 or 5 traits that they're all going to have. It's just kind of how the character works.
Yes, and then once Corey Goode rug pulled it, they kind of got fucked up.
Yeah.
It is like picking a character in a game, and I've been playing some different zombie games on my PlayStation 5, and you pick a character, then you pick the loadout. People play like Call of Duty or something like that. That is what it's like. You can just. I think Jerry Seinfeld made a joke about Superman and superheroes, and he said, when young boys, especially when you're young and you're picking out superhero costumes or something for Halloween, he's like, you got to understand, these are not just costumes; these are options. And I think that's basically what these super soldier, alien fighting grifters are. These are not illusions. These are options. Like, they actually are these things. They genuinely believe it.
Anything but themselves.
Yeah,
yes.
anything to escape reality.
I think they're so desperate to be anything but what they are that they do fully embody and believe.
No, I'm not gay. I fought on the moon.
Yeah, the crazy stories they tell us.
Yeah, I mean, even when I play, it's funny because when I played like Skyrim or something where you have like big dialogue trees, sometimes even the game takes a little bit of time to process the communication back and forth between the NPCs. But when you listen to Randy Kramer, he's faster than a computer. As you ask him a question, what did Mars look like? Before you say like, he's already given you an explanation. He's got the thing down. I mean, he's very professional at conning.
It's important for selling the illusion. I think in the same way a stage magician has specific tricks. There's kind of certain rhetorical devices they can implement to come across as more believable when they're doing these things. And I think that is one of them, is just launching straight into the story.
Well, the quicker you answer.
Yes, because then you have less time to theoretically dream something up. I would like to kind of compare the specifics of some of their answers over the course of a year or two.
Well, I could do that. I've done that with a couple of those super soldiers, like Randy Kramer being one of them, and some other people. And I think that very large lady that you guys interviewed,
Penny Bradley,
she was a super soldier.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, there's been a number of very large ladies that you've interviewed or that you've talked about in interviews. But yeah, she said something about Mars. It's like Utah or Arizona or something. It's just like some bushes and some dirt, and that's basically what Randy Kramer said. It's basically some bushes and it's not really very detailed. There's some rocks.
One of the tricks I had noticed Corey doing is when it came time to sort of describe the more meticulous elements of being on a moon base or whatever, he would just compare everything to something here, something we already had here. Instead of inventing a new form of transport, it was like there were moon cars or moon beds, or it was all the same stuff you would see around us here every day, but on the moon, which makes it.
So what does the moon look like, Corey? Well, you guys have seen intersections, right? In street, well, they have that.
Yes.
Well, they had their iPads. Yeah.
The glass pad. I think I think Randy, very lazy writing on their part. We have
literal
these glass
iPad, yeah.
pads. I think Randy Kramer had talked about there basically being intersections on. I think that's the Mars series colony. Where
did he actually say that?
Someone mentioned one of it was whoever got bit in half by the mantid people.
Oh,
I think
right, that fella.
Yes, they were.
A couple of people did, but Randy Kramer definitely got eaten and then put back together.
Yes, with his fucking precious med beds that he loves so much.
I told you there's a guy at conferences. He's got this giant, I don't know what kind of dog it is. It's a massive, massive dog. And he just goes up and the dog will get up in your shit. And he's like the dog was like licking my books at the conference and the dog's getting up on me. I'm allergic to dogs. Like, get your dog out of here. And this guy's he just gets in your, he's like a close talker from Seinfeld. He like gets in your face. He's like, the med beds are coming, right? And I said, dude, the med beds are not real. No, you're going to see. You're going to see. Like, no, I'm not. And that was like 3-4 years ago,
That's one of the things that confuses me most about these people is as long as I've been paying attention to that space, there's always someone going, it's about to happen. It's right around the corner. It's one of the most fundamental aspects of being able to sell something is you can sucker people in by going, hey, this is right. It's going to happen in 10 months or so. But you would think at some point the rest of the people participating would go, hey, remember the last 20 people who said something is right about to happen? What happened with that?
But they do it on TV.
Yeah, that's true.
It's got to be real. They do it on Star Trek.
Yeah, it's got to be. David fucking shit his pants when Trump tweeted the medbed thing.
That was a pretty crazy thing to tweet out. I'm not.
Oh my God, it's real.
Yeah,
even I saw that and I was like, motherfucker, we're never gonna hear the end of this.
That's all I could think about when I saw that Trump post. It's like, no, this just bought us 10 more years of David.
Oh my God.
Well, that and the Department of Labor posted the Trust the Plan. Did you see that one?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. The Q people are kind of, they're not many of them anymore. I was communicating with one the other week trying to get her to come on to our show because she was informing me that David is actually very brilliant and people who give him money are very smart.
Oh, I agree.
But she was still clinging on to the Q stuff and that the days of darkness were upon us very soon, any moment now.
Well, I love how the days of darkness they've been talked about by a lot of people like David, but the days of darkness can be anything from like, it was cloudy today to my power went out for a couple of hours. Not really the days of dark. I was imagining like a total power grid failure or something like that. I wasn't imagining like a thunderstorm in the evening.
The way David had pitched it previously is that it would be kind of that. It'd be a total power outage, but then the government was going to beam these shows into our devices, I guess. They were just going to...
You were going to get a broadcast. It was like the emergency broadcast system, yeah.
Yes, they were going to use the emergency broadcast system to reveal the sort of pedophile elite cabal that had been toppled.
That would have been so cool, dude. One day you're just on fucking watching Desperate Housewives and fucking child porn is just blasted on. They're like, Bill Clinton jacked off to this. It's like, I don't fucking want to see this. Why are you...
I'm trying to watch The Simpsons.
I didn't even push yes. What's going on? Like, you need to see this. Like, I don't want to see this. This is terrible.
Yes, that's the impression I got. I thought, everything would shut down, and then it would come back on, and I'd get like some anonymous figure reading, with the Guy Fawkes mask on, reading the files.
David tried to weasel out of it a few times too. I can't remember what the event was. It might have been the kickoff of the Ukraine-Russia stuff, but he was kind of trying to imply that this event might be the days of darkness. That was when he was still very desperate to have any of his predictions hit. I think he since abandoned it, but you're right. The days of darkness went from we're all going to be locked inside being fed this video by the government to anything I can kind of remotely bend to make it seem like my prophecy was correct.
Yeah, I think he probably goes through his dream journals and just like Command F types in darkness and sees if there's anything that he wrote about darkness and then pulls that into the contemporary prophecies or statements.
100%. He is absolutely doing that.
Yeah, with pretty much everything that he talks about, which now again has been reduced just to wind.
Yes, the weather.
just to the weather. So I wanted to ask another question about some of these. I'm not sure what to call them. Like the Marina Serins, these like e-girl type type women. Do you think is that? Yeah, I figured you'd be into that. Is this the same thing? Do you think these people? I don't know if they're as delusional. I think Lily Nova's pretty delusional. I've had my run-ins with her, but I feel like this Serena Marin. I think that it's just all an act. I don't really think that she believes it.
I mean, it's
I
profitable.
think a lot of these people are just acting.
I think the women do it because it's profitable.
Yes, especially someone like Marina, who is, conventionally attractive. But I do kind of think that's probably. I bet she probably sincerely believes some of the sort of lighter beliefs, the kind of crystal healing kind of shit. But
Yeah.
I'm not so sure she believes she's a reincarnated Nazi or whatever the fuck.
She's perfect.
Well, well, I just feel like when you look at the old class of people, you've got your Randy Kramers again. Like let's take a look at what Randy Kramer looks like. This is what Randy Kramer looks like. Like this guy did not win the genetic lottery.
Yeah, do 10 push-ups, right? Chief. Do 10 push-ups.
He's so rotund.
But if you were to pull up, say, Marina Sarin, which I'll have to go back and find the image here. Let's see if I can pull it up real fast. Yeah, if you were to pull up Marina Sarin, for example, she obviously, people are just going to watch her and listen to her because of the way she looks, right? And I think she knows that, which is why she doesn't really have to do or say anything. Whereas Randy Kramer, on the other hand, has to be, just like that. Question, answer. He has to really put on a good show because otherwise you can't fucking look at him.
Right. When you're an ugly guy, you got to shuck and jive. you gotta really tap dance for the people and kind of make something happen. Because when you look like that, you're not winning anyone over with your appearance. So you better get to dancing.
Yeah, you better got a good tale to tell.
Yeah.
Well, James Rink was the dance master.
He was.
R.I.P.
They better do an in memoriam at Contact in the Desert and honor James Rink.
All those we lost this year.
I'm gonna be so mad if he doesn't get a moment of silence at least.
They should hire a dance troupe.
Music.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, everybody should get funky for 60 seconds in honor of James. Break it down.
Yes, in memoriam dance squad.
Yeah, a little dance off in the memory of James.
Play that video of him dancing up on the screen.
I like where he points at the camera. His Instagram, for anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about, you can go to James Rink's Instagram.
I hope they don't delete it.
They can't. It's a national treasure.
Good. Yes, it needs to be
preserved. And all of his videos, I don't think he ever posted about super soldiers. It was it's just him doing hip hop to see.
Well, this is the super soldier workout, guys. They see this is how they train them.
This is the most cardio I've ever seen him do.
Yeah, can we get a taste of one of these? Click just any one will do.
You don't even need the audio. Just
the movements themselves suffice.
All right. Well, this one looks good. This one looks extra.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, this is where he's very saucy. I like that's the move, yeah. Where he's seductively telling the men to come to him.
Oh yeah, that's the super soldier. It taught him that on Mars.
They teach him the girl dance.
I know, it's my favorite.
So
he dances like a black girl.
Yes, he's doing the seductive R&B dance, but from the perspective of the woman.
He's the best, man.
Oh, yeah. I got to play a second one of those.
They're amazing. Every single one is so good.
The day I found someone, we had made a joke. We called him James Twink, and someone sent me this.
Yeah. Well, here he is dancing with a black girl. A big
I'm pretty sure that's who's teaching him how to dance.
Literally, yeah, you're right. Look at this. She'll come into frame in a second here.
There are some of the videos. There is a black woman like yelling, "You go, James!
You go, James!"
in the background.
Get it, baby.
It was in the thumbnail. There was a big black woman who came on the screen. Look at him shake his hips there.
Dude, shimmy. He throws it back occasionally.
Oh, he put the shaking effect on the video.
Just living his truth, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, shake it, James.
You can't
shake it,
James
buddy.
That.
No, he's a sweetheart.
No, he's an innocent boy. Gone too soon.
Gone too soon.
Yeah, well, when you listen to him do some of these interviews, he just like David Wilcock. He kind of sounds like he genuinely believes it.
Absolutely. Oh, James was a believer.
Yes, I think he was very much. I don't think James was grifting at all.
No.
I think he 100% believed all that
He
stuff.
was pure.
Yes, he was a very innocent and again, credulous boy.
Yeah.
You guys, I need to send you some clips. I have to encourage you to watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia because there's so much stuff in that show that is that comes out of this conspiracy land bullshit.
I've somehow never. I've seen maybe 1 or 2 episodes of that.
They
show.
could absolutely write a season of that show where they get into some asinine conspiracy.
Well, there's a great episode where they do like a beauty pageant, and one of these little like young kids, and this boy comes in, and he seems very gay.
Right.
And they're like, this kid is so sad. His parents are making him do this beauty. His mom's making him do this beauty pageant because she doesn't have a daughter. And then he does the performance, and it's the most flamboyant thing. They're like, actually, now on second thought, this kid loves pageantry. What I think about James Rink.
Dude.
Yeah,
he's young James.
This is
a rap name.
James Rink is a boy who genuinely loves pageantry.
Boy, did he.
He was trying to do right by the rest of us and kind of bring happiness to the world through the majesty of hip hop dance.
And his cube.
Yes, and his neodymium time cube.
Where did he get that time cube? How do we get one of those?
Well, we looked it up. You can just buy
them, yeah.
But it was like, wasn't it like $3,000 or something?
It was very, very expensive.
Which, if it does allow you to control sort of the space-time fabric, that is a bargain.
If I can dance like James, I'll pay anything.
Yes, he had to travel to the future to learn those,
my dancing
moves.
Now, where do we find the cube online? How do I find that cube?
Well, he has a website, right?
Yeah, if you type in neodymium cube, if you can spell neodymium, neodymium time cube, maybe.
I think it's time cube, yeah.
Yeah, I think we might have found it because he had the link in one of his videos. Oh, no, that's just a basic element cube.
Yeah, this just explains inside James Rink's $2,000 to $8,000 meditation super cube.
He has a specific website. I can't remember the name, but yeah, it looks. I mean, it's just like a Rubik's cube made out of a weird metal, I guess.
Yeah, it's a fucking $3,000 paperweight.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Oh, here's somebody doing a video on it. I just found. Wow, so those are very expensive.
Oh, they're really expensive.
Very expensive. Yeah. Just basically probably a $3 or $4 Rubik's Cube that's been painted.
Yes, it was spray painted with shiny metal colors.
He was even a good businessman.
Yeah, very shrewd.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like, Emery Smith's website too.
Yes, him and his sex water and whatever else he's got going on.
It could work.
You just need one. You just need one fish to bite the line. And that'll pay for your rent in your halfway house.
I mean, like as David has proved, like David only needs like 500 of his viewers.
Yes, because 95% of his money comes from 5 people.
Yeah, like you don't need that many people to make real good money.
I think I'm just going to get into selling crystals. Look how much
crystals,
money you make selling
crystals
things.
are wild expensive too. That's one of the things we love about Gary Spivey is he's probably got like $20,000 worth of crystals in his little room.
He has giant crystals.
Yeah.
Part of his set, he has crystals that are like 4 or 5 feet tall.
They're genuinely like the size of a tall child.
But his website also, he has like several $1,000 crystals
in his book.
Yeah, and
now
his book.
This one here that I see that Emery Smith is selling, this one is irradiated. Now I hope that's safe to buy.
Well, he probably just got it from China.
He's gonna give someone cancer.
That's what you're paying for.
Yeah, just a fucking radiation in your
Well,
pocket.
that's how you know that it's working.
Yes,
the cancer.
when you grow
It's infused
tumors
with plutonium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can use it to make bombs.
He's trying to be the Hulk.
Yeah.
See, and I know David went a step further. He just picked up rocks from his property.
Oh,
and
David's rocks is one of my favorite. I really wish he'd have done that. That was really funny.
What type of? It was like a rose quartz or something like that.
Yeah, it was just a bunch. It was literally just a bunch of rocks.
But that was his plan for when he was going to do a live event.
show. He's like, because he didn't have merch, so he's like, I'm going to sell rocks.
You're going to get rocks if you come to my show.
But the best part is the rocks are going to be like there'd be like $500 for a small one, and then like $2,000 for a big one.
I remember one of the videos he was talking about how he's going to do that, and then he pans over, and in his driveway is just piles of rocks.
It was like in his mind, he's like, this is like 50 grand worth of rocks.
Yeah, that was almost like methamphetamine-ish in the psychosis where David is just foraging for rocks.
Well, because you can imagine him just all day on the little side of his hill, just dragging out rocks. Like, I'm going to be rich.
And then he had to break some of them for the smaller rocks to sell.
This is how I get out of this.
Meanwhile, doing like an angry daddy voice. Hey, boy, why are you over there collecting those rocks?
I'm sure he probably boy, this is a stupid thing that you're doing.
What a waste of time.
No one's going to buy these rocks.
You're never even going to do a live show.
I hear they're hiring at McDonald's. Why don't you go fill out a form?
Now, he didn't do the live show, too. So did he ever mail those rocks out? Do you guys know anybody who got a David rock? And
I wish.
I imagine it had to have been a lot of money to post 500 rocks across the country.
Oh, yeah. Shipping those would have been cost a fortune.
I think that might have been sort of the sticking point with David. I don't think he thought that through, which is like, I guess he could have used flat rate boxes, but
for the big ones,
as far as I'm aware, the rocks never went, much like most of what David talks about these days, it never went anywhere.
Well, I don't think
rocks
he could
never
bring
came, neither did his wife.
Well, because he couldn't do a live show because he thought they were going to kill him.
Yes, I think he thinks Mark David Chapman's going to show up and get rid of him at his show.
Yeah, I wonder if he could have just done like rock NFTs. That would have been a good way to get around it.
Anything but what he's doing would have been better.
I'm not sure he knows what that means.
I'm not even sure if he actually ships products from his online store anymore.
He's surprisingly tech illiterate for someone who grew up with computers in the 90s.
Yes, who made his sort of bones doing early internet stuff.
Using the computer that long, you should have figured out how to be a little more tech literate than he is.
Maybe I'll order his album and see if I want to get the physical copy of the 99 song CD so we can do like a live watch along on our channel.
That'll be great.
Does he sell his meditation tapes or any of that stuff?
Boy, does he.
They're all digital now, right?
If you go to the Divine Cosmos website, there's a bunch of
I'm already there, man. I'm already on the
Check the meditations. There'll be some called like the Hawaii meditation. Yeah, there it is.
I love the range.
Yeah, Atlanta, Austin, Tempe.
Yeah,
very spiritual
I
cities.
forgot they were named like rap mixtapes.
Yes, it's very Drake of him.
One night in Atlanta.
Yeah, or this looks like some kind. Yeah, like for a band or something.
Yeah,
Atlanta, Austin, one night only.
Yes, a guy mumbling.
The idea of listening to David Wilcock to meditate is kind of frightening. Can you imagine that person?
No. Anyone who's listening to David to better their life is someone I'm concerned about.
I got to lower my cortisol. I'm going to throw on some Dave.
Yeah, but you can access your higher self for $77.77. You guys don't want to access your higher self?
What a bargain.
With those 4 sevens, how could I refuse?
I think that's kind of pricey compared to the 100-song CD for $100. It seems like that's much better value than his meditations.
It's $1 a song.
Yeah.
Okay, where's that at? Is that on the website?
It should be, unless he removed it, but it might be in a different section from the rest of the stuff.
I see free books. And I don't see that.
Oh wow! Did he take it out of this?
He knew we were going to buy it.
Study guide. You can get the Law of One study guide for free.
No, sorry, it's not. It's Wanderer Awakening.
Oh, right. That's the. See, that's why it has those stupid variances in the price.
Yeah, it's the one with the
99.
The person with the fire in their eyes.
Yeah,
but you can get it. It's between $17.99 and $99.99. Because you can get
what is it? Yeah, the Galactic edition.
Yes, the creme de la creme.
Yeah,
as he calls it. There it
it's
is.
The gold version.
Yeah, that's bullshit. You want the platinum or galactic.
Yeah, you got to go for the Galactic, or you're a brokey.
You guys ever seen the? What's that?
Oh, nothing. I was going to say that's where his. I'm looking for. That's where that song came from.
His hit single.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Did you guys ever see the Billy Carson? I don't think I have a link to, but the Billy Carson video where he's in the back of a Bentley, like in the back seat of a Bentley, and he's talking about how you can become rich like him. You ever seen that?
No, it sounds like one of those old Mr. Money infomercials. The guy on the boat.
You want boat? I get you both.
I wish I would have if I would have thought about it before and I'd have pulled it up. It's so ridiculous. Actually, you know what? I think it's on his linked tree. Billy Carson has the most ridiculous companies, which have all lost their tax exemption status. He does very similar things to what Corey Good and Wilcock have done, where they can conveniently move money around in a very shady way between companies, and they move debt around. It's very shady for people that are supposed to be enlightened.
Yeah, I'm not super familiar with Billy outside if I saw his disastrous debate with Wes Huff, however long ago that was. But
that was great.
Yeah, I haven't really closely. That was kind of my introduction to Billy, which kind of showed me it's not someone I need to keep tabs on.
He's
also
the black guy, right?
Yeah, he's also very litigious.
In black.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his card, is the black card.
Yeah.
This is his linked tree. I don't remember which one of these it is, but it's on here somewhere.
That's too many links on the link tree. There's where we're looking at, it's got to be 20 to 30 links.
Yeah, you got to tighten that up. That's a pretty sick car. I can't
believe these people fucking exist. I'm a spiritual leader. Enter my raffle.
I can't knock that car. That's a pretty nice ride.
Enter my raffle for a fucking 2000s drug dealer Mercedes.
I do want a Mercedes Benz.
Yes, if you want to sell crack in Atlanta, you can buy.
I think that was the second one he did, because he did a Bentley giveaway too, which I always imagined. I think he rents a Bentley, but I thought he would probably go down to like the dealership. He's probably been chased off the lot.
Yeah,
several times.
He's got a fucking the do not trespass against him. He's not allowed on the premises.
Yeah, he's got his pictures hanging up.
The police are on their way. We told you not to get inside of the Bentleys and film.
He's gonna have a restraining order against him.
Yeah, I think that is the natural end destination for all these people. Is the law has to deal with them at some point.
At some point, someone does have to step in with most of these people. Yeah,
for their own good, typically.
Yeah, the law does need to get involved. I'm not a huge fan of the law per se, but I think the law needs to get involved. These are the wellness patches that they're selling. Have you seen the wellness patches?
No.
This must be just some random company because it came up in Japanese. But he's selling that. These are like, it's like those little fucking stickers that people put on their computers. It blocks EMF radiation.
Oh, he's selling.
Dude, EMF skin patches would be sick.
There was another version of that I heard about. Maybe it was melatonin skin patch. I remember because some elementary school teacher got in trouble for giving the kids drugs to make them go to sleep. Via the patches.
Well, that's one way to do nap time.
Might as well spice it up.
That'd be funny to get those the pimple patches and be like, these actually block EMF waves, and just rebrand them as that.
You just hand them out at conferences, sell them.
And just have people putting fucking stars.
I
on
mean,
their face.
with these, the level of research they do, you could literally just show up with a 99-cent store sticker book and be like, these are I grew these in a pyramid.
Oh my god, really? It does.
You know, I did like 2 years ago. The last time I went to the conference, I had a piece of aluminum foil that I brought. And I put it in a bag, and I told people it was from the Roswell crash. You wouldn't be surprised.
You could sell that.
I would love to get, there's people who sell like the Bigfoot fur and stuff. I want one of those sort of tchotchkes.
Yeah, it'd be my pubes.
Just put my pubes in a fucking bag.
Bigfoot fur.
Yeah, you're going to contact these in the desert.
Contact these nuts.
I don't think I can handle it much longer. I feel like the more that I look at this stuff, I used to talk about it a lot more, but I stopped because it's just so overwhelmingly ridiculous that I find, even when I'm watching your show sometimes and you'll have like a super soldier or something on, I genuinely zone out. Like
it's exhausting.
I'll get to the end and you're like, yeah, this, Patreon, $3.33. You can learn more, and then I'm like, oh shit, it's over.
Believe me, we feel that while we're recording it.
You kind of just have to. It's a flow state and kind of disassociative combo.
You have to not think, because if you think, they're gonna beat you.
Yeah.
Well, that blows the whole grift when you ask questions, when you think. It kind of destroys the whole illusion.
Yeah, you gotta match their RPMs for your brain.
The speed at which they kick out lies, and I really encountered this when doing the synchronicity key thing, is sometimes it would take me 40 minutes to get through one sentence in the book because it had so many like compound lies just within that sentence. So to properly address all the false claims, it requires an insane amount of work. And for the most part, it's better to just zone out and try and just be at one with the lies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like surviving.
Zoning out might be worse though, because if you're zoning out, it's like subconsciously downloading.
It'll program you.
Oh, it's certainly burned into the lizard part of our brain. Yeah.
Yes, we both have an uncomfortable amount of knowledge about things that are entirely nonsensical
Yeah.
and don't exist.
Dude, we should start feeding him to one of these AI that are going rogue.
That
What if we create a David bot?
Absolutely. I'm with you.
David bot would be pretty sick, actually.
He's got so much content.
Yeah.
You could do a really accurate AI.
That could be interesting. Training it on his books, and then just his YouTube channel.
You get pretty good out of that.
And then we could do like a VTuber, but it's VTuber David.
It's David bot.
Yeah, so it could actually be entertaining again.
Hell yeah, dude. We could make it sound gay as hell.
Yeah, David doing the sacred science of
An angry
homosexuality.
daddy bot, a Galian bot.
Yeah.
Well,
Train
yeah, there'd be characters. Oh, there's a whole.
Yeah, it'd be a whole ensemble.
The
cast.
David verse.
Yes.
I'm
Into the
imagining
David
like
verse.
what was that movie with Jim? It was The Grinch. You guys ever seen The Grinch? With
Yes,
Jim Carrey?
yes.
I think it's such a good movie. But when he's in the lair at the top of the mountain and he's talking to himself with the echo, and he yells at the guy, he's like, "I'm an idiot." And the guy yells back, "You're an idiot." I imagine that's what the bots would do with David. He wants it to just like repeat back this bullshit to him. And David bot just says, "You're an idiot."
It turns on him. Yeah.
He'd probably love it, to be honest. Being able to talk to himself would probably be like his dream.
That is a very sort
Finally,
of
somebody that gets me and understands my trauma.
It's a very like Narcissus kind of thing.
I
Where
was
he's,
so alone.
yes, he's just staring into his own reflection, talking about how brilliant it
He
is.
wouldn't even be able to get mad at it.
It's like a Buffalo Bill thing. Would you fuck me? I feel like that's every time he puts that chapstick on.
Yeah, David tucks his penis and puts chapstick
He's
on.
not keeping those lips moist for nothing.
That's true. Got to say soft and velvety.
Yeah, that's what he's going to the bathroom for.
Yeah.
Taking those big breaks. Like you guys, I love when he leaves, he'll say he's going to, take a break, and he puts on those stupid nature videos, and then in the
It's
background.
the best, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the best. Oh, no one cracks David up more than himself.
It's him telling us he's going to turn off the microphone that I love. Because for those who haven't seen it, David sets up that he's going to take a break and he's going to play these nature videos. He will cut the screen to the nature video. And then after like a 3 Mississippi, he cuts the screen back to himself, removing his microphone.
Yeah.
And then with the microphone off, he explains he's turning the microphone
Turn
off.
off my microphone.
And then he cuts back to the video.
I think that if you're playing videos of yourself and then laughing at how funny you are, and you're putting graphics on the bottom of the screen that say New York Times best-selling author, and you're quoting yourself in your own books, you're fucking insane.
David loves him some David.
It's so cool.
It is
He's his biggest fan.
By far. It is absolutely, and I'm sure that's the only way you can get that far when you're doing something so fucking ridiculous.
You have to.
You have to be kind of like a rapper almost. Like you have to have that ego. But now that the ego is kind of waning, I don't think he knows what to do. He's the big fan of David, but David's not doing so
Well, his
hot.
albums keep flopping.
Yeah.
I will say one last thing. I think that Corey Good is a person that I genuinely dislike. Like, I actually hate him. He is such a piece of shit. But David, and I've always struggled with, do I hate this guy? Do I feel sorry for this guy? But also still, screw him. But then when it comes to the people that give him money, I feel like I actually hate them more than I hate David.
Yeah.
They concern me more than David.
Yes, because again, they're lower than him on the dummy pyramid.
Yeah, well, David has a financial incentive to be doing this. These people are just giving him money.
Well, think of it this way: David is their leader.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's a genius to them.
That's the guy they look to for advice in times of turmoil. Is like, that's the guy who's going to guide us through this desert. That's their Moses.
Now, I felt better that some of them are finally starting to turn on him, but there are still too many that are.
Yeah, the comments from his last show were not quite as glowing as they typically might be.
Well, Corey Good too. I've watched some of his recent videos, and every time I see him, it appears that his house or whatever it gets smaller or colder and darker, and there's like less items. I think he's selling stuff off.
That's very funny. I think it's also he's sucking the life out of the room. I think it's just he's a very gray man, and everything around him kind of has just the joie de vivre juiced out of it.
So spiteful. He's such a spiteful person, isn't he?
Angry, just an angry, bitter man.
That one video. Okay, one last thing, and I know we have to go. That one video I watched of him where someone had brought something about maybe it was his wife, him cheating on his wife or something up. And the way that he got like up in the camera and had to address it. You remember that?
Yes, that was the video we got our lovely content strike from Coley from an SNX radio. I think the video on our channel is called something like Corey Good crashes out and calls us Luciferians. That was, again, from our Discord. We saw he was going live, and we decided to kind of fuck with him. And there are a bunch of people kind of needling him. And the one that you're talking about is someone... Corey said someone took something too far, and then that person was like, I think cheating on your wife went too far. And that's Corey, he perked up like a cat of prey or something. Yeah, like a puma trying to catch its prey.
Adrenaline shot.
It's cortisol spike.
Yeah,
dude.
it was. He was ready to go. He was amped.
They were on a break, though, so it doesn't count, right?
Yes, so says he. I don't think that's how the story went 5 years ago. I think that's
we were on a break, toots.
Yeah, new invention.
I think in one of those videos, too, or most of those videos he's done in the basement, I've seen suitcases in the background. Maybe he's living down there. He's been kicked out of the top part of the house. He's living in the basement now.
You think his wife has banished him? I would. If I were her, I wouldn't want to live anywhere near that guy.
It wouldn't shock me.
When the money's coming in, you can deal with it. But when the money's gone and he's a spiteful asshole involved in all these lawsuits, then yeah, you get banished to the basement, I think.
Yeah, you can't do that and be broke.
No, a couple $100,000 a year will fix that right up. But for the time being, he now suddenly makes $8,000 a month. 2 months ago, he said he made $0 a month.
Well, I mean, it happens.
Yeah, it happens.
When you take investment advice from Blue Avians, they know what's happening. They know what's going on in the market.
Yeah, they're not super tapped into the trends of the market.
No.
He did say he took legal advice from them, which baffles
Yes, he did. Yes, he said that in his deposition. He said he took legal advice from the Blue Avians.
That is one of I can't keep straight what the craziest shit is I hear, but that is one of the craziest things I've ever heard. I took legal, and then to say that in a legal setting, like in a deposition to an attorney, when you're on the hot seat, like I took my legal advice. I don't know where you got your law degree, Harvard. I got my law degree from Blue Avians.
From fucking getting high.
You ever been to the moon?
Birds.
Ever been to the moon? Heard of it? It's a little university called the Moon.
Well, we need a Corey Goodall too, and we can just put all the deposition best of clips in there.
That would be great. A nice pull string doll.
Pull the string. Pull the string. In my physical body. No, I don't believe so.
No, I don't believe so.
Pull the David string. I was getting pounded so hard.
I'm getting pounded so hard.
Yeah, we got to make these dolls.
The David doll would be good. David bot, David doll.
Sore,
he's very brandable.
He's got.
Let's get those cheeks.
He's easy to market.
He's got some taglines.
Let's get those cheeks.
Yeah.
That's a great one. That's a new addition.
Yeah.
That's a new one. A new stream. Yeah.
Fresh off the presses.
Yeah.
I want a James Rink doll. Just dances.
That'd be sick, dude.
That like a little RC doll where you can kind of move the limbs.
I'd turn him into an AI.
Yeah.
That'd be we could get him to interview the crazy people.
James Rink helper bot.
Yeah.
James, go interview some retards.
Yeah, go track these idiots down.
Right away.
We do need that. We need someone else to be, because kind of Carrie has lost her magic. We need that nucleation point for these people to latch on to.
AI James, get funky.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Break it down for me, James.
Where are my homegirls at? Well, thank you guys for joining me tonight. I know we went a little bit over, but it doesn't really matter that much.
No, it's not a big deal.
No.
We're frozen in.
Yep.
You're frozen in. Oh my God. I can't believe you were able to. Thank you for your service and your.
Yes.
And your
It's a miracle. It's a miracle we were able to be here.
Yes, send us money. It's the only way to thaw the ice.
It was a lyrical miracle.
Stop the wind, thaw the ice. And you guys got your little hip sign fixed a while ago. I saw that went out.
It did.
Your listeners paid for a new one.
Yeah. Well, it turns out we just had a fucked up cord.
Yeah, I think the cord blew out on us.
That was a devastating deep state attack.
Yes, they were trying. They tried to kill us.
They tried to kill our vibe, dude.
Clearly, they hit it with a DEW. Clearly.
Yes.
Same one that got carried.
Better than a JEW. That's what I'm saying.
Well, hold on. What does David think about the Jewish people?
Killing Jews is totally planned.
David.
Unedited.
David.
I can't believe he'd say something.
I used to go back and edit some of his shit together too. So he would say, I think he had one video where he said many years ago where he said, when the people have said that I'm a con artist and I'm a liar, and it's so good because you can just cut it out. I'm a con artist. I'm a liar.
I used to have a button that was I'm a fraud and a con artist. I think I don't know where.
I've never been a racist. When you start finding out that people made you into a banana sandwich, and you start remembering those things,
Gotta take some time off.
You got to take some time off.
Yeah. You got to take some time off. And maybe I think you can actually get the AI now to do, I've seen where they make like a Ted Cruz for Israel doll, or they've made like, Lego set things for I've seen all kinds of things. We could get it for like a David doll if we put the right prompt in, probably.
I think that was Chat GPT or Grok that were doing that.
Or Sora, maybe Sora. Yeah. Watch him get torn in half by reptilians, and then put him in the med bed.
Yes. The med bed accessory.
We'll recruit Tupacabra to do it.
Yeah, we need an AI expert.
We need to call in a Mexican.
All right. Well, space Mayans, not Mexicans.
Yes. Thank you.
Excuse me.
Politically correct.
Space Aztecs, space Mayans. Space Olmecs. Let people know, if they don't know, where they can find your show on YouTube and other Apple as well, other places.
Sure. We're Hidden in Plain Sight Radio on YouTube. We will actually have a show going live about 2 hours from now where we're going to talk about Gary Spivey, who's a fantastic psychic.
He rules. He's awesome.
We're Hidden in Plain Sight on all your podcasting apps. Our other content, Hidden in Plain Sight, or patreon.com/Hidden in Plain Sight pod, where we watch all kinds of movies and shit and just kind of riff on that. Yes, there's Gary. His hair is really something to behold. If you've never witnessed it.
I know that guy.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah.
That is worth the price of admission itself.
Wow, I forgot about him, but that hair is unforgettable.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, you've got is this an AI too that you guys use for David's Civil War uniform?
Yeah. We've been getting heavy into the AI.
You guys are into the AI.
We're going to be monsters, dude. It's a dangerous tool in our hands.
We've started actually doing thumbnails after 600 episodes of
very dangerous time.
Yeah. Well, there's another show too, that other Hidden in Plain Sight, that always pops up when I'm trying to find your show.
Yeah, that guy sucks.
Yeah, that's why we had to add the radio on to the end of ours for that reason.
Oh, Hidden in Plain Sight Radio. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I'd love to have you back again sometime, and maybe next time we can play a video and comment on it, kind of like you guys did with your show.
Sure. Yeah. Now that we got the audio all working,
let's get those cheeks.
we can make it happen.
What's your favorite soundboard bit, though?
Oh God.
What do you like?
I'm coming. I'm getting pounded so hard. They all have their way with me.
I mean,
you might be sitting on it for 4 minutes straight.
That's a good one.
I think taking it right up until I start screaming is my.
So I will take it right up to the point where I'm either about to scream or I am screaming.
Or I am screaming. I think
what is
that's
the context of that.
That was when he was still paying for like 3 massages a week.
Yeah.
He was trying to make it, I think people were criticizing him because obviously getting a massage was like a very luxury item.
Yeah.
But he was trying to make it sound like it was, it was an intense journey he had to go through. So she would massage him so vigorously.
So I will take it right up to the point where I'm either about to scream or I am screaming.
Yeah, that's also the.
You might be sitting on it for 4 minutes straight.
Yeah, you might be sitting on it for 4 minutes straight is also from the massage lecture.
You might be sitting on it for 4 minutes straight.
That's pretty crazy to go pay for massages week in and week out and then tell your audience that it just hurts so bad. It was a traumatic experience. I need more money.
Yes, especially 12 hours or whatever it was a week of massage.
Classic move.
That's more than he works.
Yeah, it sure
Way
is.
more.
It's like 3 times the amount of time.
Yeah.
I think I like the pounding so hard. That one just hits me really.
I'm getting pounded so hard.
He uses the word pounded a lot.
Yeah, he uses pound and whole a lot.
Yeah.
He'll put emphasis on it too. The whole
Oh
thing,
yeah.
like,
Boy Willie.
Going in on that head.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Really eat the ass.
I do like really eat the ass.
There's so
really
many good
eat
ones.
the ass.
Yeah. That's him describing how to eat a Easter bunny.
Yeah.
Well, you know, after you have your ass eaten out, or you get stretched apart like a Stretch Armstrong, or you have a dog lick peanut butter off your asshole, at some point, you know, you got to do the cucumber anal cleanse.
Yes,
And,
yes. You must
you're
must
evading.
cleanse the yoni.
The enzymes, yeah.
Yes, yes. I think maybe he should just do OnlyFans. I think that's maybe.
I'll be there to subscribe, David.
Yeah, we'll be your first subs.
I'd
Standing
subscribe
back
to
and
it. He's got
standing
3
back
right
and
now.
standing by.
You got 3 guaranteed $5-10 a month right here.
That's $15 whole,
That's
Dave.
15 buckaroos, buddy.
That's a case of coconut. Well, it's maybe like 3 bottles of coconut water. It's maybe 3 ounces
If
of a
that, yeah.
Maybe a tip if you do something fun for
Yeah.
me.
I'll send a messages for money.
handful of raspberries, organic whole foods. All right. Thank you so much for coming on tonight. I appreciate it.
Thanks, brother.
Thanks for having us.
Enjoy your show. I hope you have a good night, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye. All right. Thank you for your service, for being brave in the face of all these steps.
Always.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye,
All right. This is The Secret Teachings. TSTradio.info is the website. I'm your host, Ryan Gable. Thank you so much for joining us tonight on the show. If you'd like to subscribe to the ad-free archive, that is tstradio.info. rtgable@yahoo.com is the email. And other than that, you can get my new book, my old books on the website. If you have any questions, email me, reach out to me on social media. And, well, I pulled a David Wilcock. I can't believe on the video stream I had that presentation banner running the whole time. It should have been the second banner. Presentation was going the whole time. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. And I guess this was a little bit of an extra 15 minutes special Friday night edition of the show. Yes, it is also, by the way, my birthday, U.S. time. So I have a birthday dinner to prepare for tonight. Thank you for the kind wishes. Thank you for tuning in. Whether you're an old listener or a new listener, thank you for supporting The Secret Teachings. Click the links below. You can find Hidden in Plain Sight on YouTube. And also click the links below and find everything about The Secret Teachings. I will speak with you on the next broadcast. Stay safe, stay informed, stay healthy, and leave David Wilcock alone.
Thank you.